Radio, Channel 82, or anytime on the Sirius XM app.
The starting lineups tonight are brought to you by Xfinity. Stream the biggest moments from the best seat in the house. Looking to change their fortunes tonight. Here's the windup, the 3-0 pitch. And that one's a called strike. 3-1 the count on Lindor. Now in his 5th year with the Mets. Orange batting gloves, both hands. Orange cleats as well. The 3-1 of the way. He swings and lines it towards right center. Castellanos coming over. Makes a catch on the sinking line drive. Castellanos adjusted mid-route. And he makes the necessary adjustment to make the catch for the first out.
It's very helpful if you're Mick Abel. Now, Mick Abel against Miami, I talked about some early stress. Look, he was I mean, the first couple innings, there was a lot of deep counts, 3-1, 3-2, and he just can't do that because that'll force him to go to the fastball too often. He's got to get ahead.
Here is Brandon Nimmo, 245 average for the left-hand hitter. He takes a breaking ball that's in for a called strike. 0-1 the count. 13 homers, 39 runs batted in. Abel sets up first base side of the rubber. And the pitch. It's swung on, hit in the air, center field. Marsh back into his left. It's hit well to the track at the wall. It's into the bullpen for a home run. And Brandon Nimmo wakes up the Mets fans here in the first. His 14th home run of the season. And it's 1-0 New York on Nimmo's solo shot.
Yeah, Nimmo, he's been so good, especially in the 2 spot. For whatever reason, hitting .343, 5 doubles, 4 home runs. Out at that 2 spot. He's very comfortable there.
Well, that's a fastball, and that's just barely above the belt, and that's poor location. And Abel allows his 4th home run of the season. Here is Juan Soto. And Abel's first pitch to Soto is a fastball. That's in for a strike. Mets with 2 solo homers last night, the extent of their offense. The pitch, and there's a breaking ball. That's a strike called. Curveball is over, and it's 0-2. Abel to wind up, and the 0-2 pitch, swinging a foul straight back. Had a pretty good cut at that.
So I'm just curious. I think you've talked about this before. Is Juan Soto like buddies with
They just
JT?
talk all the time.
They, or is it just one?
The 2 of them. I think they're talking back and forth.
He's having a healthy conversation.
Time is called. Soto stepping out. Mets wear blue uniform tops today. New York in cursive lettering, outlining with the orange outline over the blue script. The pitch on the way, and Soto takes. That's down and in. Gray pants for the Mets here on the road, and they are now 3 games under 500 on the road. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a ground ball foul. Right past first base coach Antoine Richardson. Mike Sarbaugh over at third base. Former king of baseball town in Reading, Mike Sarbaugh. Soto, 14 homers here in his first year with the Mets. 246 hitter. Abel to 1-2 again, and he just missed outside with a fastball. And Soto evens the count. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swung on, hit well to right. Back Castellanos, it'll be over his head. It's off the wall. Castellanos on the track, picks it up. He's going to hold Soto to a long single. Did Soto not run out the ball out of the box?
Didn't run. Nope.
And he's already been chided for that since joining the Mets.
That was it looked like a changeup grip. I just got to look at that on the screen. It was absolutely hammered. I suppose Soto thinks he's so slow, he just figured that was going to be a single off the wall. I don't think he thought it was going to be out.
Here's Pete Alonso, and Abel could use a double play ball. The pitch swung on, little jam shot flare, shallow center coming on Marsh. He won't get it. That's a base hit. Soto stops at second. 3 straight hits for the Mets. First the home run by Nimmo, then singles for Soto and Alonso, and that'll bring up Jeff McNeil.
It's going to bring a visit out from Caleb Cotham. That's tough when you got the big boy up there, and Pete Alonso has got a real big swing. Every time he swings, it's always a big swing. So as any outfielder, you're going to read that. A lot of times your first step will be back on the swing. So when it's a jam shot, you just can't get there.
Caleb Cotham out talking with Mick, Abel, and JT Realmuto. The rest of the infielders converge as well. Meanwhile, Soto and Alonso gather with the first base coach near the bag at first. As Abel, kind of similar yesterday, Zach Wheeler got in some first inning trouble, didn't give up a run, ended up getting a double play ball from Jeff McNeil to get out of the jam. But he had 3 on and 1 out when McNeil hit into the inning-ending double play. McNeil batting .257. Got off to a very slow start, but has hit much better of late. Phillies are at double play depth. Bohm is off the line by a good 15 feet. He's even with the bag. And the pitch, fastball, and it's a little bit high, ball 1. That's a pretty good pitch right there. Abel does like to use the fastball up. Tries to tunnel it with that breaking ball, starting it up and dropping it down. But the 1-0 pitch, check swing, and that one a look at third, and he held up, and it's a 2-0 count. One nothing New York, first inning. Abel ready, and the 2-0. That's down and in, gets by JT, goes to the backstop, and that'll take the double play off the table. As a breaking ball from Abel really got away.
Teams right now against Mick, you know, and he's still early. Teams are still learning him as well, but it's enough games now to understand that the secondaries aren't really anything to worry about yet. He doesn't really have that dominating secondary pitch. So they just take anything that spins.
Infield is still back. The count 3-0 and the pitch swung on, fouled away. 3-0 swing there for Jeff McNeil. Abel ready again. And the 3-1 swung on, hit in the air to left. Not real deep. Kepler coming in. He's under it. He'll make the catch. Soto tagging. He'll stop. Kepler fires it home, and they'll hold Soto at third base. There's a big second out. As Abel tries to avoid a first inning disaster. Second and third with 2 down now, and the batter will be Jared Young, the DH. Young 1 for 4 in the ball game last night. Abel ready, and the pitch. Young takes a curve down low, and it's 1-0.
If I had to pick a secondary for Mick, I would choose his curveball. That last pitch was a curveball, 84 miles an hour. It's got late, good break.
Abel's 1-0. Swung on, fouled back. Coming up our way.
I'm not saying bag the slider, but just to have that one feared pitch. You know, that's that secondary. Like Aaron Nola's got a couple of good fastballs, and he's got that feared hook. It's a different type of curveball, but
Abel's 1-1, and that's up high. Young last year in the St. Louis organization, played at AAA Memphis for half the year, then it ended up in Korea for part of the year. 2-1 to him. Curveball, strike called, outside corner. Clint Vondrack, our plate umpire, makes that call. Chris Conroy, the crew chief at first. Phil Cuzzy at second. Jonathan Parra at third. And the count 2-2 with 2 on, 2 out. Top of the first, Abel ready at the letters. Long set, now the pitch. Breaking ball, bounce to first. Backing up, it's gloved by Kemp. He'll flip to Abel, and it's in time. And Mick Abel gets out of the first with just the 1 run allowed. And the home run by Brandon Nimmo. The Mets were wondering about challenging that call. Didn't look close at all, but they're not going to. So we'll head to the bottom of the first. It's the Mets 1 and the Phillies coming up.
Find what you love, love what you find. A total wine and more. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Guides in the know and prices so low. It just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
With curbside pickup available, you'll always find what you love, only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge.
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
From Westchester to Doylestown, from Drexel Hill to Lansdale to Philly, we all look out for each other, stepping up to keep our communities going strong. And at Independence Blue Cross, we're here to keep you going strong. We've been deeply rooted in our communities for more than 85 years. And that connection to members has earned us our spot as the #1 health insurer in the region. So while you look out for your neighbors, know IBX is always looking out for you. Learn more at IBX.com.
The Angels are flying in for some summer weekend fun to match up against the Phils on Friday, July 18th at 6:45, Saturday, July 19th at 6:05, and Sunday, July 20th at 1:35. Get tickets at Phillies.com.
Well, the SEPTA starting pitcher scouting report, right-hander Griffin Canning, UCLA kid, came out of there a couple years ago. 6'3", 3.80 ERA. He has 5 pitches, a couple of fastballs, 4-seamer and a cutter. His secondaries include a slider, real good slider, changeup, and curveball. He's very much a cerebral pitcher. That's what I'm going to call him. He likes to read hitters' swings, and then he will feel it. What are they doing? How are they doing? And he will bounce back and forth between how he uses those. He might start with his particular scouting report, but he will change it around, and he's a real good fielder. He bounces off the mound. He was a Gold Glover in 2020. So if you're going to bunt, it better be a good one. This is brought to you by SEPTA. SEPTA is the Philly way to go.
Trea Turner will lead off against Griffin Canning. Phillies are down 1-0. And looking for an answer back to the first inning run of the Mets. Trea Turner had 2 hits last night. First pitch all the way to him is up and in for ball 1. 94 on the fastball, bends him back out of the way. Canning went 5 innings against the Phillies back on April the 22nd. Gave up 1 run on 7 hits. He walked 1 and struck out 5. As the 1-0 on the way, and it's taken for a called strike. One ball, 1 strike. Turner, 302 average with 9 homers, still looking for his first home run of the year. The 1-1 on the way. Swung on, line sharply, backhand picked by Lindor. Throw to first on a hop is in time. Great play by Francisco Lindor for the first out.
Man, terrific hands. I mean, this is some kind of terrific hands by Lindor. Catches the ball actually kind of going toward the outfield behind his body. Yeah, he's pretty smooth, man. That's a really smooth play.
Got to bring up Kyle Schwarber. 242 hitter, went 1 for 3 last night. Mets play the infield to pull. The pitch Schwarber takes, and it's in there for a strike called. Alonso at first. Ronnie Mauricio starting at second base tonight. Lindor the shortstop. Brett Beatty again at third. Although at the moment he's in the shortstop hole and deep on the left side. The 0-1 pitch to Schwarber. Swung on, a little flare, right field. Mauricio going out, and he's not going to get there. We know Juan Soto won't. As he comes in after that one. A jam shot single for Kyle Schwarber. Admittedly, Soto was playing very deep with Schwarber at the plate.
You weren't wrong.
So 1-out single for Schwarber, and that'll bring up Alec Bohm. Bohm, 289 hitter with 7 home runs. McNeil very deep and shaded to right center field by a good bit here against Bohm. Short lead for Schwarber. The pitch swung on, punched the other way. There's a base hit into right. And Schwarber will stop at second. Well, Castellanos completed the scoring for the Phillies last night. We'll see if he can start it here tonight, as he's the first man to come to the plate with a runner in scoring position. Canning has certainly had some recent struggles. An ERA over 6 his last 6 starts. His last time out, a season-high 6 runs allowed in 4 1/3 to Tampa. Mauricio plays straight up the middle at second base. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count. First pitch slider down and away.
Not sure I've seen a more colorful catcher than Alvarez behind the plate. When I think of him, I see him on our monitor. I just think of like spearmint gum or something like that.
0-1 the count. And the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, right field. Towards the corner goes Soto, still going over. It's out of his reach. One hops the fence. Schwarber is home to score. Bohm on his way to third. It's a double for Castellanos. And just like that, this game is tied 1-1 in the bottom of the first. '40th RBI for Castellanos on his 19th double of the year. And here comes Max Kepler, now with a chance to give the Phillies the lead. Here in a 1-1 game, bottom of the first inning. Each team with 3 first-inning hits. See if the Phillies can add to it. They have exactly the same spot the Mets were in the top of the first. Canning delivers, and the pitch is taken. It's a fastball away for ball 1. Alvarez with a blue jersey. He's got an orange chest protector. He's got, well, his helmet is, what color are we calling that?
I can't, it's not quite chartreuse. It's spearmint. It's spearmint. Is that a color?
1-0. Swinging a ground ball to the right side. Mauricio's got it. His only play is to first. Bohm will score, and Kepler drives home the go-ahead run. It's 2-1 Phillies in the bottom of the first.
I mean, it's so, at least for me, it's fun to see baseball when it's played, you know, the right way, where you get him over, get him in type of thing, or you just hit a ground ball up the middle. In this case, that's what he's trying to do, is stay up the middle and score the run. You don't have to get greedy. That's just good hitting.
And that'll bring up JT Realmuto. And it didn't take long. 5 batters for the Phillies to erase the lead and take the lead against Griffin Canning. The right-hander's pitch. JT takes up high for ball 1. 247 hitter with 5 home runs on the season. Another 2-hit game last night. Among his last 8 starts, JT has 5 multi-hit games. 1-0 the count. Canning kicks and delivers, and the pitch swung on, fouled straight back.
Talked a lot about hitters and routines, and of course, what's working for them. We've talked about Max Kepler. You just mentioned JT. Both have been swinging the bat much better, and both the last 2 days have been out here for early batting practice. That's been part of their routine, and they're going to stick with it. I love it.
1 ball, 1 strike. Canning ready, the pitch. Swing and a foul back behind the plate again, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Overall, JT has a hit in 12 of his last 14 games. That's a .333 batting average over that stretch, upping his overall average to .247. Outfield guards the opposite field gap against the Phil's catcher. Canning ready. A look at third, and now the 1-2. It's taken down and away.
Scott, I'm going to say that's mint green.
Mint green.
Is that fair-ish?
Okay. It's mint-ish, yeah. I would say it's pretty close to that.
Like glow-in-the-dark mint green. There you go.
No doubt.
Yeah. That's the catcher's mask.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swinging a hot shot to third, but right at Brett Beatty. His throw to first in time. And that'll do it for the Phillies. But they get the lead with a 2-run bottom of the first, 3 hits, 1 left, and we'll go to the second. It's 2-1 Phillies.
Hello, it's me, Katie Nolan, host of Casuals on the SiriusXM Podcast Network. It's a podcast for people who like sports a normal amount. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I'm joined by some of the biggest names in sports and entertainment to break down our favorite news stories from the sports world and beyond. It really doesn't matter what level of sports fandom or knowledge you have, just bring what you've got. We're all here to have fun and learn together. No judgments. You can find Casuals on the SiriusXM app, Pandora, or wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to follow the show so you never miss an episode. Love you. Mean it.
MLB Network Radio is giving you the chance to win tickets to the 95th All-Star Game. Starting June 23rd, listen to Sirius XM 89 all week long for clues to identify our mystery player. Then tune into Loud Outs on Friday, June 27th. When you hear the cue to call, be the 10th caller with the correct answer to win. Only on MLB Network Radio, Channel 89 and the Sirius XM app. Open only to trial or paid subscribers since at least June 17th who are 18 years of age or older. U.S. residents only. No additional purchase necessary. For full contest information and official rules, visit SiriusXM.com/MLB All-Star Trivia 25.
Fantasy Sports Radio is helping you win your fantasy leagues right now on Channel 87.
Don't worry about your standings yet. Just set your lineup with your most talented players and go from there.
From in-season fantasy baseball management to helping you prepare for your fantasy football drafts, Fantasy Sports Radio is here to help you dominate.
In redraft, there's an argument to be made that R.J. Harvey should be going as a second running back off the board.
Your home for fantasy sports. Channel 87 and on the Sirius XM app.
24/7, 365 coverage of all things NASCAR. All things NASCAR happens exclusively on SiriusXM NASCAR Radio, Channel 90.
With the SiriusXM app, you can hear your hometown announcers all season long. Just search for your team on the SiriusXM app and tap the star to save it as your favorite.
Well, things are going to heat up at Citizens Bank Park when Nelly takes the stage for a post-game concert presented by Jim Beam on Tuesday, July 22nd after the Phils host the Red Sox at 6:45 p.m. Your game ticket is your concert ticket, but you can enhance your experience with a field pass. Visit Phillies.com/theme nights to purchase tickets and field passes today.
Well, Mick Abel gets to start over a little bit here as the first inning run. Well, he's now got a lead as the Phillies score 2 in the bottom of the first. And Mr. Mint Green, Francisco Alvarez, heads to the plate, and he swings and fouls one away. We should mention that in addition to the green helmet and the green cleats, he also has sort of similar sleeves underneath his uniform top. The long sleeves, the pitch swung on, bounced foul. They're somewhere in between the helmet and the cleats. He might have 3 different shades of green.
Oh, absolutely. It's a good call.
The 0-2 pitch fouled off. When he has the chest protector orange and the helmet green and the blue shirt, he looks like a child's toy. A very colorful block of some kind, a truck or something like that, don't you think?
Yeah, but now you got me running through all the child toys I can think of.
The 0-2 pitch, and that's a little bit high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Alvarez, 229 hitter, playing in his 35th game. He's been on the shelf with an injury for a bit. He swings and fouls one back. He's also really struggling at the plate right now. Just 1 for his last 16.
You know what it is? He looks like a Furby, like a mint green. They have these little toys.
Okay.
And you can get that color, and the ears are like the orange. Yeah.
The 1-2, swinging a dribbler. This will go foul as he rolls it down the third base line. Well, Alvarez, who certainly has big-time power, 11 homers last year. He's got 5 homers in 17 career games against the Phillies. Abel's 1-2. Swung on, hit in the air, right center field, fairly deep. Marsh and Castellanos in the alley. Marsh called off by Castellanos, who makes the catch right up against the fence. I'd say the ball seems like it's carrying a little bit, huh, Stock?
Well, I think it's carrying, but I think, I'll be honest with you, they're putting on some really good swings right now. I mean, that's a 2-strike swing. He's getting a real good look at that high fastball.
I'm not sure, though, that Francisco Alvarez has a quote-unquote two-strike swing.
Well, that's fair. It's a poor two-strike pitch. I'll say that.
Here's Brett Beatty, a swing and a miss. I don't know how much shortening up he's doing.
Oh,
I don't
zero.
see him play a whole lot. But
I didn't word that correctly. Thank you. That's a very good point. Yeah. But, we talked about, it was his last start, and even mentioned it today. He's been working on trying to get the fastball down. I haven't seen one down yet. It's been belt or up.
The pitch. And that one bounces in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brett Beatty hitting .213. 8 homers, 24 runs batted in for the left-hand batter. The pitch. Swing and a miss. It's a good curveball there, and it's down at the knees.
Yeah, and it's got good bite. I like the velocity at 82 to 84. That's a great velocity. It's tough for a hitter.
One-two pitch. Swing and a pop-up. This one into left center. Marsh shaded that way already. Doesn't have far to go. He'll make the one-handed catch. 2 gone. Phillies leading 2-1 here in the top of the second, and that'll bring Ronnie Mauricio to the plate.
Number 10, second baseman, Ronnie Mauricio.
I mean, his high fastball curveball combination, that's going to have success, and it's going to beat a lot of people, but I think long term he's going to have to find other ways to use those same 2 pitches. Right. They're both quality pitches. The pitch is fastball, and there's one right just barely above the knees, and that's a good place to start, I think.
Yep.
Because now you can use the curveball down and out of the zone, right? Get
that's
chase
correct.
when you're ahead.
Yep.
0-1, and that one missed outside. Abel doesn't have an exaggerated windup. Very little movement in that wind for him. The pitch. Swing and a miss. High fastball, and, changing the eye level of Mauricio. He gets ahead of him at 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a foul tip. He got a piece of it.
Thing about it too, like with this fastball, it's a good pitch. I don't think you can forget about his sinker either. He does have a decent sinker. He likes to throw it, and you get it down and into righties. Tends to kind of be middle at times.
1-2 again, and a swing and another pop up into center field. Marsh waiting. He is still waiting, and he makes the catch. That was up there a while. 1-2-3 inning. Nice shutdown and a bounce back from Mick Abel at the bottom of the order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. 2-1 Phillies.
Hi, welcome to CP Rankin Commercial Roof Management and Contracting. Can I help you?
Yes, ma'am. I need a new roof on one of my office buildings, and I heard that CP Rankin can breathe new life into my roof.
You mean CPR?
Yeah. May I please see Mr. Rankin?
Sure thing. Did you know that CP Rankin is the best commercial roof management and contracting company for competitive pricing?
Wow. I'd like a quote for maintenance on all my regional buildings and warehouses.
Excellent. I'll let CPR know.
Oh, I get it now. CPR breathes life back into your roof.
Catchy, huh?
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Mr. Rankin, someone is here to see you.
Call CPR and breathe new life into your roof. 215-997-9025. 215-997-9025. And be sure to stop by the CP Rankin rooftop on Ashburn Alley during your next visit to Citizens Bank Park. CP Rankin Roofing Experts, a proud partner of the Philadelphia Phillies. Call 215-997-9025.
At Citizens Bank Park, we don't carry the title of fan lightly. We're made for counting down the minutes to the first pitch, and for losing our voice before the 7th inning stretch. We're made for leading rallies, and for following box scores. We're made for celebrating big moments, and we're made ready with Citizens. Citizens, fellow fans, and the official bank of the Philadelphia Phillies.
Send the Phillies stars south to Atlanta for the 2025 All-Star Game. Vote for your Phils 5 times daily at phillies.com/vote.
Well, on the mound today, the Astros' Brandon Walter, 0-0, 1.54 ERA versus the Angels' Jose Soriano, 4-5, 3.54. Look, tempers were rolling yesterday. It'll be an interesting game today. Who knows? Will there be repercussions? Both benches cleared in the bottom of the third when Hunter Brown hit Zach Neto yesterday. That was just one of 3 guys hit, so it'll be an interesting game today. Sponsored by the New Jersey Division of Travel and Tourism. Find your wow right now. Visit nj.org.
Think it's the heat?
I think it's
the heat of summer is getting everybody. I mean, the Dodgers and Padres were
West
beating
Coast.
everybody.
Must be the West Coast stuff, I guess.
2-1 Phillies lead it bottom of the second as Bryson Stott faces Griffin Canning. And the first pitch from Canning is a fastball for a strike over the outer third. Another good one to count. Stott, 244 hitter. 308 his last 8 games, starting to climb out of a really long slump. The 0-1. And a swing and a bouncer on the infield. Mauricio to his right, gloves it, flips to first. It's in time. 1 away. That'll bring up Otto Kemp for the first time tonight. 256 hitter. Kemp, no homers, just 1 for his last 14 now. The windup and the pitch. Breaking ball is in for a strike. Been playing first base pretty much every day here now for better part of a week. Might get to see him in left field tomorrow night. The 0-1 pitch. That's inside. Lefty David Peterson scheduled to go for the Mets. And he is pretty tough on lefties, so there's a chance some right-handed batters will get put back in the lineup for the night. The 1-1 to Kemp. And it's fastball up high. 2-1. Phillies in the home white uniforms tonight. The red pinstripes, Phillies in red across the chest. 2-1. Swung on, hit deep, up the alley in left center field, and that will land on the track right at the base of the wall. Kemp on his way into second. He'll be there with a laser double, his 3rd of the season. And that'll put a man in scoring position for Brandon Marsh. The Phillies already leading 2-1. Marsh, another good game last night. 3 more hits for Marsh. He's got a hit in 10 of his last 11 games, and he's hit .441 over those 11 games. Canning delivers, and Marsh swings, hits a dribbler up the first base line. Canning off the hill's got it. He feeds it to Alonso for the out. Down to third goes Otto Kemp. And Marsh out on the first pitch. And that'll bring up Trea Turner. Turner, who smoked the ball in the hole at short his first time up, but a fine play by Francisco Lindor to take a hit away from him. Griffin Canning out of his windup and delivers. And it's taken for a called strike. Canning, 29 years of age, hails from Mission Viejo, California. He winds up in the 0-1, and it's in the dirt. Gets away from Alvarez, and in to score is Otto Kemp. 3-1, Phillies lead it as the pitch gets away from Alvarez, and Kemp scores easily.
Boy, he just spiked this ball, and again, it's a catcher living on his knee, and there was just zero effort to do anything but just reach out in front. He didn't try to use his chest protector. He didn't try to do anything to block that ball. I mean, zero.
Zero. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch on the way to Turner. Swung on, hit in the air down the right field line. It'll go out of play, foul.
Well, I know there's been some question marks with the guys behind the plate for the Mets. Francisco Alvarez the other day in an extra inning game, it got caught. There was a rundown that got going on, and he didn't know where to throw it. He didn't know what to do. He came in and actually talked to the press about it and said, I wasn't really sure what to do there. That's an issue.
1-2 pitch in the dirt.
And then Luis Torrens, I think the next day played, and he actually, the ball spit away from him and he took his mask off and he reached out and pulled the ball with his mask, which you can't do, right? You can't use your equipment, and every catcher in baseball should know that. I mean, just mistakes like that have been part of their losing streak.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to third, charging in Lindor, gloves it, throws, and he got him. And Turner grounds out to short for the second time tonight, but the Phillies get a run thanks to the double by Otto Kemp. Ground out and a wild pitch, and we'll go to the third. It's 3-1 Phillies.
For focus, relaxation, and inspiration, Sirius XM Chill, Channel 55, and at home with your Sirius XM app on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Fantasy Sports Radio is helping you win your fantasy leagues right now on Channel 87.
Don't worry about your standings yet. Just set your lineup with your most talented players and go from there.
From in-season fantasy baseball management to helping you prepare for your fantasy football drafts, Fantasy Sports Radio is here to help you dominate.
In redraft, there's an argument to be made that R.J. Harvey should be going as a second running back off the board.
Your home for fantasy sports. Channel 87 and on the Sirius XM app.
This is Steve Phillips from the leadoff spot. Join me and Eduardo Perez Monday at 7 a.m. Eastern as we recap all the action from the weekend in baseball, including Rafael Devers and the Giants hosting the Red Sox and an NL East clash between the Phillies and Mets. We'll give you all the big plays from all the big games in case you missed it. Take you around the bases with all the top stories, and you can watch us live on MLB Network at 9 a.m. Eastern. All that and more in the leadoff spot on MLB Network Radio, Channel 89, and on the SiriusXM app.
Whether your team is at home or on the road, hear every game with your hometown announcers on the SiriusXM app. Just search for your team and click the favorite star.
Hear every game all season long with your hometown announcers on the SiriusXM app. With SiriusXM, wherever you are, your team plays here.
In July, when kids 14 and under receive a Brandon Marsh basketball jersey presented by CP Rankin Roofing Experts on Saturday, July 19th at 6:05 p.m. when the Phils welcome the Angels to town. Secure your tickets today at Phillies.com. I got to tell you, I can't remember the last time I wore a tank top of any kind. It's not a good look, man.
Yeah. Eliminated that from my repertoire a long time ago.
Did ya?
Here is Francisco Lindor, who leads off for the Mets. Phillies 3 and the Mets 1. We start the third inning, and Mick Abel misses up and away for a ball. Abel into his windup, and the pitch. It's a strike called. Lindor fly to right his first time up. He's now 0 for 20. It's the 6th time in his career. He's had a hitless streak go at least 20 at-bats. The pitch. Breaking ball, that's outside. His longest ever was 27 hitless at-bats in September of 2016. Long before he became a Met. 2-1. Swinging a ground ball, foul, pass first. And somewhat just as significant, he is already sitting, he's matched his career-long RBI drought. He's a guy that drives in runs. I know he bats at the top of the order, but he also drives in runs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch swung on, fouled away. 12 games without an RBI. It also happened in a stretch of 12 games back in the 2021 season for him. Abel, the 2-2, and it's down low. Abel also starting to find out what it's like to have to pitch every 5th day here lately with the Phils, something he never really had to do at all in the minors. 3-2 pitch, swung on, and it's hit in the air, left center field, pretty deep. Going back towards the angled wall is Marsh, and that one is gone. It clears over the State Farm sign. And Lindor ending his over 20 drought with a home run. And it's a 1-run game again as Lindor hits his 10th of the year. Pardon me, his 15th of the year. Here's Brandon Nimmo, and he takes a fastball. That's in there for a strike. Nimmo took him deep his first time up. So the Mets now 4 runs scored in the series on 4 solo homers. The pitch fouled back over the screen. Phillies have scored 13 runs on the strength of 1 homer.
Well, that's more fun. 13 runs.
It's a lot of people involved, for sure.
A lot of action.
The 0-2 pitch on the way. It's popped up foul into the seats, third base side. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Phillies Radio Network.
As the weather heats up, so does the daily baseball discussion on MLB Network Radio. Talk about your team with us on Sirius XM 89 on the Sirius XM app.
1 ball, 2 strikes. With Kevin Stocker, I'm Scott Frenchy with you from Citizens Bank Park on this Saturday night. 3-2 Phillies have the lead. Abel's pitch, and it's up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Swung on, hit deep to right. Going back, Castellanos looking up, out of room. Game's tied. Brandon Nimmo's second solo shot of the night. Boy, pitched down and in, and he went down and got it. And that's his 15th home run of the season as the Mets go back-to-back. It's a 3-3 game.
I mean, what can you say here? Mick Abel right now, this is a curveball, and it kind of stays up in the zone. JT wants it outside, but you also have to, there's a little bit of credit here. The Mets are hitting everything right now on the barrel. The ball is flying for sure.
Here's Juan Soto. He singled to right his first time. He swings and fouls one back. 0-1 the count. Well, Abel had the day against the Cubs in which he allowed 3 solo home runs in 4 innings of work. And similar kind of lineup here for him to face. The pitch is down and away. One ball, 1 strike. 3-3 game, 3rd inning. Abel kicks and deals, and the pitch is a breaking ball down low. It's also now up over almost to 60 pitches here. We're in the 3rd inning. Abel winds up the 2-1, and that fastball is a little bit tight. And the count 3-1 now on Soto. Nobody out, 3rd inning. Back. 98, that one in on his hands.
Wow. I mean, 3-1 though. He's not afraid to challenge him. That's what he's going to do. Comes right back with this 4-seamer.
Three balls, 2 strikes on Soto. The pitch swung on, fouled away. He spoils a breaking ball over the outside part of the plate. Count remains full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Abel ready, the payoff pitch again, and it's hit deep to right. And the Mets have gone back to back to back as Juan Soto smokes one into the lower seats in right field. His 15th home run of the season. And the Mets are in front 4-3.
Well, they are all over the fastball. Now, the strike rate on the fastball, he's challenged him in the zone at 71%. That's a lot of pitches in the strike zone. He's not throwing 2 of the pitches, the sinker or the changeup. I wish he would start to figure out that sinker a little bit more, because all of a sudden it's a little bit different velocity. It goes away from a lefty, down and away. You might break some bats.
Well, Caleb Cotham is going to make his way out to the mound. We'll see if the Phillies do indeed get something happening in the bullpen. If nothing else, the pitch count is getting to the point where Mick Abel won't be around much longer regardless of the result. It's just surely the pitches is going to catch up to him.
Yeah. His deep counts, right? I mean, you get 3-2 too many times against really good hitters, and the top of this lineup all the way down through McNeil, really, they can all hit the ball out of the ballpark.
Now Pete Alonso. Here's the pitch, and it's in there for a called strike. October of 2022, the last time the Mets hit 3 consecutive home runs. And for each of them, it's number 15 on the season. For Lindor, for Nimmo, and for Soto. The pitch. Check swing, foul ball. And it's 0-2 as they try to stay in on Alonso. 4-3, Mets lead, 3rd inning. As they get their 2nd lead of night. Abel ready, the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Bat comes out of his hands, goes flying over near the third base dugout. And Alonso strikes out for the first out.
So that's 45 home runs out of their top 3 guys, right? I can do some math. Not including Alonso in the 4 spot. That's a pretty good punch at the top of the lineup.
Yeah, he's already passed that point. Yep. So a while back, he's at 18. First pitch up and away to McNeil. McNeil popped out to left his first time up. The 1-0 and a swing and a miss. One ball, 1 strike. McNeil comes into the night a .315 career average against the Phillies. The pitch. That's up high. The Phillies who have activity now in the pen. That looks like Joe Ross. Starting to loosen up. Two balls and a strike on McNeil. Abel ready, the pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss.
Talked a little bit about last night. He uses the torpedo bat. When I walked up here today, I spent a little time cruising around the Hall of Fame club and looking in some of the cases. If you ever get down to the ballpark, get up there and take a look. They actually have a Brandon Marsh torpedo bat right there to see.
2-2. Swung on, popped up, foul, third base side. Long run Bohm over near the camera well. He's under it, and he's got room to make the catch.
Yeah, I mean, I know some people they always asking me what they're like, what do they look like. You can kind of see it on TV. You get a real nice close-up view. And I also just noticed watching some of the College World Series, they now have torpedo aluminum bats.
Oh, of course. Why wouldn't they?
Why? You know what's next? It's going to be like torpedo wiffle ball.
Yeah.
And then on we go.
Here's Jared Young with 2 outs, nobody on. The pitch to Young is a strike called. 0-1 the count. Young grounded to first to end the first inning. Here's the windup and the 0-1 pitch, and it's very high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Up over 70 pitches now is Mick Abel. The 1-1. It's outside. He threw 25 in the first. He's basically on the same sort of pace through the second and the third. Outfield straight away against Young. And the 2-1 from Abel. Swinging a little floating liner towards the shortstop Turner, who's ranging to his left. He's on the outfield grass in shallow center to make the catch. Well, back to back to back for the New York Mets from the top of their order here against Mick Abel. We'll go to the bottom of the third inning now. It's the Mets 4 and the Phillies 3.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge?
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Baseball season is in full swing, and you can find all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from checking out stats to placing bets in just a few taps. And as an official sports betting partner of your Philadelphia Phillies, you'll always find special team promos in the app. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Kids 14 and under are sure to be the coolest on the beach with the Philadelphia Water Ice Fanatic Beach Towel. Get yours on Sunday, July 6th at 1:35 when the Phillies play the Reds. Order tickets now at Phillies.com.
Tie up your laces and get ready for Nemours Children's Health Kids Run the Bases. Kids 14 and under can circle the diamond postgame after the Phils host the Padres on Wednesday, July 2nd at 1:05 p.m. Secure your seats at Phillies.com.
Go to the bottom of the third inning. Phillies down 4-3 after 3 straight homers by the Mets. Allowed by Mick Abel, and I do believe Abel's night is done after 3 innings. It looks like Joe Ross will continue to throw in the pen. Kyle Schwarber leads off here against Griffin Canning, and the pitch is upstairs, up and in for ball 1. Schwarber with a base hit to right, his first time up. 1 ball and no strikes. Canning with a wind and the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Griffin Canning, drafted by the Angels, had played his entire career with the Angels through last season when he went 6-13 with a 5.19 ERA. Was actually traded to Atlanta, but later non-tendered by the Braves, making him a free agent. The 1-1 pitch to Schwarber. Swing and a bouncer right side. Mauricio charging in, gloves it, and tosses to first. There's 1 away. Canning, who so far tonight hasn't walked anybody. Walks have been an issue for him. He has an 11% walk rate, 4th worst in baseball among those with 60 or more innings. Here's Bohm and the pitch. And that one is in there for a called strike. Last year he had a home run problem. He gave up 31 homers for the season. He actually allowed more earned runs last year than anybody else in the American League. Pitch is down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 to Bohm. Check swing. That pitch is down low.
Yeah, it was very interesting with the Mets. So you talked about all the trades and stuff with Atlanta. That was a big salary dump, right? The Braves wanted to get rid of Soler, I believe. But the Mets had been watching him for a while, and they've been watching video, and of course they went to their analytics and so forth and found something in Canning.
2-1 pitch. And that one missed outside.
And the Mets have done this before where they kind of say, we want our staff to be this way. We went to, a couple years ago, it was, we want to be a sinker ball team. Now we want to do this. With him, they figured if he threw his slider more and changed speeds with the slider, that he could be very effective.
3-1 pitch to Bohm. And that one is right there for a called strike.
So literally, they signed him with that intent. We're going to sign you and pay you all this money. But here's what you're going to do is throw your slider more. And he's done that. It's up 11% this year, more sliders. At the beginning of the year, it was really good. But now he's walking people.
Here's the 3-2 on the way. And he fouls it down to the plate to stay alive. Well, he's had a lot of injuries over the course of his career. He had a stress fracture in his back, made him miss a full season at one point. That was in 2022. He didn't pitch at all. Tonight, his 15th start of the season. He's made every turn. The 3-2 again to Bohm. And it's down and away, ball 4. So there, speak it into existence, his first walk of the night.
And I can't imagine having a stress fracture, like a broken back. Like I tie my shoe wrong, I'm down for 4 days. I mean, stress fracture as a pitcher.
Here's Nick Castellanos. Castellanos doubled into the right field corner his first time up, driving home the Phillies' first run. Bohm leads at first. There's 1 out, 1 on. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Slider. And it's 0-1, the same way he started Castellanos the first time around. Nick, a .310 average his last 22 games. 5 doubles, 4 homers over that stretch. Boy, McNeil very deep in center. Here's the pitch. And it's way outside. Backhand stopped by Alvarez. One and one to Nick. 88 degrees at the start of this one. A warm night for sure, the first day of summer. 1-1. And it's in the dirt. Snap throw back to first, and Bohm dives back in ahead of the back pick attempt. Two balls and 1 strike. Canning ready. Long set. Clock winding down. Here's the pitch. And it misses down and away. Another off-speed pitch there. And Castellanos able to stay back and lay off. Three balls and a strike. And a snap throw over to first by Canning, and Bohm just back. Alonso might have been as surprised as Bohm to get that throw from Canning as he dove to try to tag him. Canning ready. The set. And his 3-1. And that one is a little bit up and in, says Clint Vondrack, and he missed that one.
Was that a strike? You got a strike?
I think it was in the zone. Yeah. I mean, that's a strike.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think Castellanos was a little surprised he didn't call it a strike.
Well, I don't know. The box on Fox says it was a strike. The StatCast version, it's a ball up. So take your pick. Whose box is correct?
Well, I'm taking the one that had it as a ball.
Well, now the Mets are coming in to talk to Canning, maybe just to settle him down after that. But again, where you're just talking about a graphic reference on the screen, and in one instance, one version says it's a strike, the other one says it's a ball. The umpire is the one who matters, and he said ball 4. So it's not a perfect science, Stock.
No. It is.
Clint Vondrak all the way out to the mound now is the conversation still going on. And Canning talking directly to Vondrak. And now to bring on Max Kepler. Kepler just 1 for his last 12 over the last 4 games, including tonight. He did drive in a run his first time up with a ground out. Mets are hoping for a double play ball here. They've got a 4-3 lead, bottom of the 3rd inning. Canning set of the belt, checks second. Bohm the lead runner there. And the pitch swung on and ripped foul, first base side. Doesn't throw too many cutters. They had Cutter on the board for that one as he came way in on his hands. 0-1 the count. Outfield shifted the other way against Kepler. As Canning ready. Checks second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, the cutter is not really a pitch he throws a ton. It's like 4% over the course of the season. But he's had these selective games where it has actually been like leading the pack.
Okay.
Weird, right? And then he won't throw it again.
Kepler down to the count, 0-2. Here's the pitch. And that one's down and in. Lindor is basically on the bag at second base again, with Bohm the tying run out there at second. And Lindor is just enough on the shortstop side of the bag not to incur the shift penalty. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So look back that way by Canning. Now Lindor backs away the pitch. Kepler swings, drives it center field straight away. But it'll be playable for McNeil. He backs up, makes the catch, and Bohm not tagging. Back to third base. Or back to second base, pardon me.
Yeah, it's interesting where he sets up, talking about Lindor behind second base. And I don't know the rule. I wish it was more like basketball, right? Like if you step on the line, you're out of bounds.
Well, if his left foot goes over the back corner of the bag, from our vantage point, we can see the corners, the diamond shape of the box of the base. And if his left foot goes over the other side, he's
and they go by the corner of the base.
Yeah, as if you were drawing a line as the first pitch is down and in, a line from the rear tip of home plate.
Yeah.
Straight out through the pitcher's mound, straight out intersecting the base.
How thick is the line? Right? I mean,
1 ball, no strikes, the pitch, and that's in there for a strike call.
Could you?
Just
what about
if
your
his foot
shoulder?
is on the other
what if
side
your
of the
shoulder?
Back?
I mean,
I think it's his foot. It's about your foot.
All right. A little bit subjective, for sure, from the home plate umpire.
1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. And that's outside.
I guess it would be similar to like a left-handed pitcher's pickoff at a 45-degree angle to first, right?
That's really subjective. I don't think this is all that subjective.
No.
If his foot is anywhere on that, the point of the base, the back side of the base. 2-1. And that one is a strike called, and that's a bit off the plate. So Canning got one back there for himself. Yeah. And it puts JT at 2-2. It was never a strike.
Nope.
Phillies down 4-3 after the Mets hit 3 straight homers in the top half of the inning. Bohm is at second. Castellanos at first. 2 outs, 2 on. 2-2 count, the pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball towards third. Beatty charges, gloves it, steps on third, and the side's retired. Couple of walks in the inning, no hits, 2 left by the Phils, and we'll go to the fourth. It's 4-3 New York.
Sports are all about moments.
One of the most incredible, miraculous finishes we have ever seen.
And you can hear them all.
He scores! Alex Ovechkin! There's a new goal-scoring champion!
As they happen.
Oh my goodness! Shohei Ohtani, a sayonara swing!
Live in the moment.
Rory McIlroy on his knees. He's won the Masters.
With live sports on Sirius XM and the Sirius XM app. Fantasy Sports Radio is helping you win your fantasy leagues right now on Channel 87.
Don't worry about your standings yet. Just set your lineup with your most talented players and go from there.
From in-season fantasy baseball management to helping you prepare for your fantasy football drafts, Fantasy Sports Radio is here to help you dominate.
In redraft, there's an argument to be made that R.J. Harvey should be going as a second running back off the board.
Your home for fantasy sports. Channel 87 and on the Sirius XM app.
This is someone who is ready for the bright lights.
It's the one night that can change the shape of a generation.
The Golden State Warriors select Stephen Curry from Davidson College.
It can turn around a franchise in the blink of an eye.
Right-hand hammer slam, Victor Wembanyama.
It's the 2025 NBA Draft. Hear a complete breakdown of all the picks.
He's going to be a ridiculous defensive player.
With exclusive interviews throughout the night on Sirius XM NBA Radio Channel 86 and the Sirius XM app.
From in-season fantasy baseball management to helping you prepare for your fantasy football drafts, Fantasy Sports Radio is helping you dominate. Channel 87 and on the Sirius XM app. With the Sirius XM app, you can hear your hometown announcers all season long. Just search for your team on the Sirius XM app and tap the star to save it as your favorite.
The RAV fourth inning is presented by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com to get your new 2025 RAV4 today. Toyota, let's go Phils. Well, that's it for Mick Abel. As we mentioned, he is out of the ball game after 3 innings of work. Gives up 4 runs on 6 hits. Did not walk a batter. Struck out 1. And he allows 4 solo homers. And leaves on the short end of a 4-3 score. And it'll give way to Joe Ross, who comes on in relief, his 26th appearance of the season. Ross, a .498 earned run average. He'll work to the bottom third of the order here in the 4th inning. And the Phillies likely need some length here out of Joe Ross. The pitch. And it's fouled back. And this is still a 1-run game, so they're looking for some quality as well.
Yep.
Alvarez flied to right his first time up. And those top 4 hitters of the Mets, top 5 hitters really, did all the damage tonight against Mick Abel. Ross, the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Ross with a 2-1 record. Opponents are hitting .267 against him. He's had a home run issue as well. 6 allowed in 34 innings. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back.
Yeah, and one of the tricky things here is, and I was always this way as a hitter, Mick Abel leaves, who threw 96, 97, top of the strike zone. And then in comes Joe Ross, who throws 96, 97, top of the strike zone. And if I was on deck and saw that, I don't have to change my approach a whole lot as a hitter.
0-2. Swinging a foul off the end of the bat to the backstop.
And I think with Joe has experience, and you hope that Joe understands, like here's a good example, he's ahead. He gets ahead 0-2, stay out of the middle of the plate.
The 0-2 again, and it's a dribbler out in front of the plate. JT calls for it. He'll take care of it, fire it down to Kemp. Alvarez gone, 1 away. Ross worked the 7th inning Tuesday night, gave up a run on 1 hit through 28 pitches to get through 1 inning in Miami. That was his only appearance in that series. Here's Brett Beatty. Beatty Popped out to center his first time up. And the pitch. Swinging a big high bounce towards Kemp at first. He's got it. Steps on first. 2 away. And being economical about it would be great as well.
Yes.
Because again, not that it's overworked, but you're in a big series and you've lost your starter after 3. You've pulled your starter after 3, I should say. Here's Ronnie Mauricio. Mets made a couple of moves today in their pen because they've been using the bullpen a lot here of late. The pitch. And that one is inside for a ball, 96 fastball. They have called up Chris Davinsky, Tyler Zuber, 2 new arms to their pen. The 1-0. And a swing and a dribbler up the first base line. Joe Ross over to get it. Underhand flip. Pretty quick, clean inning for Joe Ross. 1, 2, 3 go the Mets. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 4-3 New York.
From Westchester to Doylestown, from Drexel Hill to Lansdale to Philly, we all look out for each other, stepping up to keep our communities going strong. And at Independence Blue Cross, we're here to keep you going strong. We've been deeply rooted in our communities for more than 85 years. And that connection to members has earned us our spot as the #1 health insurer in the region. So while you look out for your neighbors, know IBX is always looking out for you. Learn more at IBX.com.
Yingling Traditional Lager, a beer that, like true legends, stands the test of time. Brewed by the same family for nearly 200 years, it's a crisp amber lager with a bold, smooth flavor that's perfect for game day. So make sure to stop by McGillen's Old Ale House at 1310 Drury Street in Philadelphia for $4.75 Yingling drafts all day long. Let's go Phils, Yingling. Legends stand the test of time.
Every success you've had began with a great opportunity. Now there's another one. Last aid year, University of Maryland Global Campus awarded over $21 million in scholarships to qualified students, including community college students, service members, veterans, and working adults. Now is the time to move your career forward with an online and accredited skills-based education. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chef.
In season or out of season, the #1 place for college sports is SiriusXM College Sports Radio, Channel 84.
Hi, this is Alexa. Did you know you can listen to this game on devices with Amazon Alexa? Download the SiriusXM app, then tell me to play the Phillies on SiriusXM.
The RAV4th inning, presented by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com to get your new 2025 RAV4 today. Toyota, let's go Phils. Go to the bottom of the 4th. Phillies trailing 4-3. And it'll be the bottom 3rd of the order for the Phillies here against Griffin Canning. Elsewhere today, Braves beat up on the Marlins 7-0. But the real news of the day for Atlanta is they've lost Chris Sale. Fractured ribs on that diving play on the infield the other night in the 9th inning.
Oh, man.
And there's no timetable for his return at this point. Here is the pitch from Canning, and Stott swings and pulls it foul. Obviously, the Phillies will be in Atlanta on the weekend, next weekend, which will be another Fox game featured Saturday night in Atlanta. 0-1 the count. And the pitch. Stott takes. That's a strike. Giants over the Red Sox today, 3-2. Rafael Devers with his first home run for San Francisco. Of course, it comes at Boston's expense.
They're out on the West Coast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 0-2 from Canning, and it's up and in. Bends him back off the plate. Stott grounded out to second his first time up. Kemp to follow, then Brandon Marsh. And Canning the 1-2. Swinging another foul ball off to the first base side. Canning, hands together at his belt buckle. He turns into his wind. The 1-2 again. Swing and a miss. He got him. And there's a changeup. And Stott goes down on strikes.
Don't miss back-to-back nights of a guaranteed blast at Citizens Bank Park with the post-game Xfinity fireworks shows set to take place after the Phillies host the Padres Monday, June 30th and Tuesday, July 1st, both at 6:30 p.m. Secure your seats today at Phillies.com.
There's Otto Kemp, who doubled his first time up, would later score on a wild pitch. As the first pitch to Kemp is on the way, and he swings and misses. First pitch breaking ball. A double for Kemp was his third of the year. The pitch. And a swing and a bouncing ball, foul down the third base line. Canning, who really employs a very slow, deliberate wind when he's out there on the hill. He's got Kemp down to the count, 0-2. And the pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts here of Stott and Kemp. His first 2 strikeouts of the night. And that'll bring up Brandon Marsh, the center fielder. Brandon Marsh, of course, a few years ago, a teammate of Griffin Canning with the Angels. And the pitch to Brandon is taken. It's a fastball over at the knees for a called strike. 0-1. 4-3 Mets. 4 runs, 6 hits for New York. 4 of the 6 hits are solo homers. 3 runs on 4 hits for the Phils. And the pitch. Swing and a miss.
I think Canning, he has been what I would call kind of a step-up pitcher. In other words, kind of sounds silly. That's the only thing I could think of, Scott. But like against good teams this year, he's been really good. Against teams that are subpar, he's been really poor.
The 0-2 on the way. And a swing and a miss. Chased a high fastball. And Griffin Canning strikes out the side as the Phillies go 1-2-3 in their half of the fourth. On to the fifth. Mets lead it 4-3.
Save money on your next full synthetic oil change at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Get a $15 prepaid MasterCard after rebate when you buy 5 quarts of Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil for just $35.95. We can recommend all the oil change supplies you need. Shop your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
At Citizens Bank Park, we don't carry the title of fan lightly. We're made for counting down the minutes to the first pitch, and for losing our voice before the 7th inning stretch. We're made for leading rallies, and for following box scores. We're made for celebrating big moments, and we're made ready with Citizens. Citizens, fellow fans, and the official bank of the Philadelphia Phillies.
Your local Chevy dealers are making a big difference in the lives of youth baseball players and their communities through the Chevy Youth Baseball Program. The Phillies salute Rentschler Chevrolet in Slatington for their support of the Northern Lehigh Baseball League.
Well, Philly fans are invited to the Wawa Welcome America Block Party along Citizens Bank Way tomorrow, June 22nd from 2 to 7 p.m. Enjoy live music, local food trucks, a beer garden, baseball activations, an interactive soccer experience, and more. It all takes place before the Phils take on the Mets for Sunday Night Baseball at 7:10 p.m. Do not miss out.
7:10 Sunday Night Baseball. David Peterson against Jesus Luzardo. Here it's Joe Ross against Francisco Lindor leading off for the Mets in the fifth. Mets lead 4-3. The pitch to Lindor is a strike called. He started the back-to-back-to-back home runs in the third inning, snapping an 0-for-20 skid at the plate with his 15th home run. 0-1 the count. The pitch. Swung on, fouled away. Ross had an 8-pitch 1-2-3 inning in the fourth. We'll see how he fares with the top of the order. This is a very top-heavy lineup, especially right now. It's a top-heavy lineup. I think at the start of the year it was running a bit deeper. The 0-2 breaking ball fouled back. The ebbs and flows of a long season.
There you go with those idioms. You had one the other day. You said bread and butter.
Did I?
Somebody said, it's a bread and butter. And I started thinking, fire and ice. Like all the ones I could think of. I started making a list just for you.
0-2 pitch on the way. And that's a little bit high. I'm trying to think of what.
It was a pitcher, and you said that's his bread and butter, I think.
See. Okay.
I think that's what it was in reference to. I don't remember who it was, but different idioms, right? And I think that's his.
1-2 pitch. Just missed outside. Soto thought it was a strike. He started to walk away.
Not a bad pitch. You just don't want to nickel and dime him. See?
I see what you did there.
Right.
I mean, Soto took a step. He thought he was going to get rung up. Yeah. And time called. JT going to the mound. And he and Joe Ross will talk it over here. With Lindor leading off. Was 0 for 4 last night. Had an 0 for 11 series on the road at Atlanta. Mets with 7 straight losses. They had been outscored 51-16 during that 7-game skid. 2-2. Swing and a line shot towards Turner, who will make the catch. Wasn't hit particularly hard, but right at Trea Turner. He makes the grab. If the Mets were to lose tonight, it would match their longest losing streak in the last 2 decades. The Mets lost 8 straight back in 2018, but haven't lost more than that over the last 20 years at any point. Here's Brandon Nimmo, 2 for 2 with 2 homers, and the pitch is inside. And it hasn't just been the offense, obviously. The pitching has really struggled. A .668 earned run average during this streak. 1-0. Swing and a foul out of play left side.
Is that their entire staff? Starter? That's everybody,
just,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, their starting staff probably, with the injuries that has happened, right? They've gone from the strength of their team to now probably their weakness of their team. Just due to injuries. Happens.
1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch to Nimmo, and that's inside.
But depth is so important. Those guys that are down at AAA really are a true extension, or even AA, a true extension of your big league staff.
2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch to Nimmo. Swing and a miss. Two and 2 on Brandon Nimmo. Mets lead 4-3. Here in the 5th. Ross kicks in the pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball, backhand Turner. He gloves it, throws off balance, stretched by Kemp. He's got it, and Nimmo is retired. Nice play.
Terrific play by Trea. This play happens, honestly, the last two steps where he cuts it off, and then he comes through the ball with a good long step, and that just gets him enough momentum to get the throw off to first base.
He's running on a line basically towards third base.
Yeah.
Started up the middle. He's going back that way towards third and throws back across his body to first. Here's Juan Soto, 2 for 2 tonight in the pitch. Soto takes, that's a strike. He homered his last time up, the final of the 3 in a row, which gave the Mets a 4-3 lead. That's where we stand now in the 5th. Ross, the 0-1, and it's a fastball, backs him up. Soto waiting on the 1-1. Here it comes. And it's upstairs. Bends him back out of the way. Ross and Soto teammates for a long time in Washington. Marsh plays him the other way out in center, the 2-1. And that one just missed outside.
You know, I was talking about Griffin Canning and the salary dump trade. Can you say the same thing about Juan Soto when he went to the Padres? That whole deal? No?
No. That was a...
Padres wanted. Or
Padres wanted him.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Not really a dump by Nationals?
No.
Okay.
3-1 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air down the right side. It's hooking in the corner. It is a foul ball. Now, they did package Josh Bell in that trade, and that might have had some salary implications, but the Nationals were looking to get as much talent back as possible.
And they did.
And they did in a big way.
Yeah, they did.
Three balls, 2 strikes to Juan Soto with Pete Alonso next. Bases are clear. Ross ready. And the 3-2 pitch. A mile-high foul down the right side. And tracking the flight of that ball gets you looking up into this pretty summer sunset sky here at Citizens Bank Park. Ross trying to find a way to put away Juan Soto. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, deep right field. That's going to be long, long gone as that one reaches the second deck. Soto finally kept one fair, and did he ever. Second homer of the night, 16th of the year. It's 5-3 New York. As it's home run derby tonight for the Mets. Soto and Nimmo both with multi-home run games. Here's Alonso. And the pitch. Swung on, line to short, leaping Turner can't get it. It's a base hit. Now, they had that pitch that Soto hit out listed as a curveball. A top of the zone curveball. I don't think that was... I mean, that's not what he was trying to do, right?
Well, I don't think so. It was a curveball. JT is set up down, though, and the ball stayed. I mean, it came right in the upper, right into his wheelhouse.
Here's Jeff McNeil now as Alonso aboard. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. McNeil 0 for 2 tonight. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's quickly 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes on McNeil. And Ross kicks and deals in the pitch. Swing and a bouncing ball towards third. Bohm charges, gloves, throws on the run. It's in time. And McNeil retired for the final out. But Juan Soto tacks on another home run for the Mets. His second of the night. Their 5th overall. And as we head to the bottom of the 5th, Mets lead it 5-3.
The NBA Finals are on Sirius XM.
Behind the board, knocks down an 8-foot jumper. SGA has come to play tonight, baby.
It all comes down to Game 7 and a legacy-defining moment.
Halliburton pulling up and hitting. How many times can this team do that?
Tomorrow night at 8 Eastern, hear the Thunder broadcast on NBA Radio Channel 86, the Pacers on Channel 81, and the national broadcast on Channel 80 and the Sirius XM app.
Every night after the final out, the Round Trip Roundup brings you the scores, highlights, and analysis from every game across Major League Baseball, all in less than 30 minutes.
Swung on and missed, strike 3 and a no-hitter.
It's the perfect way to get caught up on all the night's biggest home runs and best performances.
And a high drive, deep right center.
It's the Round Trip Roundup on MLB Network Radio every night on Sirius XM Channel 89 and every morning on the Sirius XM app.
Hello, children. I'm Alice Cooper. Rocco Mediate and I are talking golf, music, and more on Rolling the Rock.
Jake Trout and the Flounders.
Oh, sure, yeah.
They were pretty good, except for Payne Stewart. I said, Payne, you're one of the nicest people I've ever met. You are one of the worst harmonica players ever on the planet.
Listen to Rolling the Rock on PGA Tour Radio or anytime on the SiriusXM app. And you better listen, because we know where you live.
Get a little home cooking right on your phone. Your hometown announcers are always on the SiriusXM app. SiriusXM Sports. Wherever you are, your team plays here. Whether your team is at home or on the road, hear every game with your hometown announcers on the SiriusXM app. Just search for your team and click the favorite star.
Your Citizen Stats leader. How about this? The Springfield Cardinals, they're a AA affiliate. Yesterday threw a no-hitter as a staff. Can you believe that it's the second no-hitter in their franchise history for that minor league team? Their first no-hitter was the exact same date as last year. That was their other no-hitter on June 20th, and both of those no-hitters were against the same team, the Corpus Christi Hooks. Citizens, the official bank of the Phillies.
If you're the Corpus Christi Hooks, I think you want to pre-approve the schedule.
That's a great
make
point.
Some changes for next year.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
5-3 Mets leading it here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Trea Turner leading off against Griffin Canning. Third time through the order for Canning. And the first pitch is down low, ball 1. Turner's 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs. 1 ball and no strikes. Phillies trying to get back at it here against Canning, who hasn't allowed a hit since Kemp's double. Here's a swing and a miss back with 1 out in the 2nd. He walked back-to-back hitters in the 3rd, but got out of trouble. Canning steps, kicks, and his 1-1 on the way. Swing and a miss.
It's hard right now. Like if you're a player, well, actually as a fan more than anything, you start to think, man, the Phillies are just getting thumped, right? Because these balls are hit so hard. Yet you're only down 2 runs.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's way outside.
I mean, so as a player, you have to keep reminding yourself, you keep the energy up. You kind of recall, look, you got to try to get base runners. You go back to what you're trying to build on. Fortunately, 5 home runs, they've all been solo shots, right?
Yep. 2-2 on the way. Turner swings, hits it in the air to left center field. McNeil coming in, and the ball falls in between the two. McNeil scrambles to get it, but Turner ahead first into second. He's safe, Nimmo and McNeil nearly collide. Nimmo might have shielded McNeil from actually seeing the ball. I'm not sure, but the Phillies will take it, as that one Nimmo called off at the last second, and it's off the glove of McNeil for an error.
Oh, you have a center fielder playing left field, right? He's very aggressive, and Nimmo, McNeil in center, I don't think has quite as much experience, but Nimmo needs to lay off this. He just ran through and scared him to death. Very fortunate.
So here's Schwarber, and there's a run the Phillies need to pick up as Canning spins and looks back at second. Bluffs a throw that way. Schwarber, a base hit in the first, would later score. Grounded out his last time up. Mauricio deep at second, so is Alonso at first. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Schwarber falls down to a knee going after that one. You don't see that very often. Schwarber, last 17 games before tonight, hitting just one 0-2 pitch, and that's down and away. 0-2 pitch, and that's down and away. Schwarber waiting. And Canning, a long look at second. And here's the pitch. Swung on, belted down the line. If it's fair, it's gone, and it is foul. An absolute rocket at 105 off the bat. But just foul to the right of the pole.
Just hoping this ball was going to bang off the pole. It's going to hook on him. That's exactly what it did.
One ball, two strikes. Canning again looks back at second base. And the righty deals, and the pitch is in the dirt, blocked by Alvarez. See if Schwarber can do what Soto did, and that's find a way to keep one fair after a foul home run. If he does, it would tie the game. Phillies down by 2, 5-3. Turner out at second base with nobody out. Canning comes set. Staring back at Turner, the pitch. Swing and a ground ball, foul up the first base line. If nothing else, just avoiding a strikeout here, pulling that ball to the right side would be important.
Sure.
And get that runner over to third base. You don't necessarily have to get them both back right here, although it would be nice.
Well, I think if you're Griffin Canning, I mean, yeah, this is a guy you kind of want to pitch around a little bit, right? You try to get him to swing at your pitch, similar to Joe Ross, who gave up the big home run.
Schwarber asks for a timeout.
There's always those guys on both sides that you choose are not going to beat you, right? Juan Soto so far has beat the Phillies to this point. And I would think Kyle's that guy for most other teams.
The right-hander with the white cleats. Below those dark blue socks of the Mets pulled up over the calf. He comes set. Checks the runner at second. And another 2-2. And it bounces out in front of the plate. Body blocked by Alvarez that time. And that will run the count full. And I think that pitch selection speaks to what you're talking about.
Yep. I mean, I would be shocked if this was something in the zone. I really would. They're going to try to get Kyle to chase.
Schwarber sitting on 23 homers, 54 runs batted in. Both numbers lead the ball club. He's sitting up there now with the count at 3-2 with nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth. Canning ready again. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. He goes with a breaking ball down below the zone. Kyle chases it. Pretty good pitch. And there is out number one.
Good knuckle curveball. It's a good spot.
Here's Alec Bohm. A hit and a walk in his 2 trips tonight. Canning delivers, and the pitch is taken down low. One and 0 the count. Bohm, who's driven in 13 runs in his last 14 games. The pitch, breaking ball, that'll drop in for a strike. Boy, that just looks like a hanging curveball here.
It does. It does from our view. From down there, you're so out of balance.
1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. And that one is over right down the middle. Another breaking ball. And would think he's going down and away and off the plate now. Pitch on the way, and he does miss outside. Another breaking ball.
Just needs to hang one, right? Just grip it a little too tight. Try a little too hard.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch swung on, fouled away. Spoils a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. And again, he's throwing curveballs to Alec, and kind of like we were talking about with his cutter, it's not a huge pitch percentage-wise for him, but he's digging to it right now with Bohm up there. 2-2. Swung on, line to right. Soto on the run towards the line, won't get it. It's a base hit. Turner coming around third. He'll score easily, and Alec Bohm with an RBI single to right makes it a 1-run game. It's now 5-4 New York.
Man, what an at-bat. To me, it's a tremendous understanding of your swing and how you're seeing the ball when you see Alec Bohm take the 2 hooks. And from our view, we're like, man, these look like good pitches to hit. But he's so not afraid of the other pitches. He's not afraid of the fastball. He knows he can at least foul it off. And I think that's why he's fine. I'll go to 2 strikes, and that's what he does. Well done.
Pitching coach Jeremy Hefner out to talk with Canning. And before Castellanos bats, let's pause for station identification here on the Phillies Radio Network.
For year-round baseball coverage, turn to MLB Network Radio, included with your SiriusXM subscription on SiriusXM 89 and the SiriusXM app.
Mets 5, Phillies 4. We're in the bottom of the 5th. A lively Saturday night crowd here in South Philly. Glad you're with us on the radio. Scott Fransky alongside Kevin Stocker, Mike Tuberosa, our engineer in the booth, Justin DeRazio back in our studios. Nick Castellanos batting here. Castellanos has reached base twice as well tonight against Canning with a double and a walk. He's driven in a run, his 40th RBI of the season. He's the go-ahead run at the plate. Bohm short lead over at first. Mauricio shaded up the middle, big hole right side on the infield. As Canning ready in the pitch. Swing and a miss. First pitch slider down and away every at-bat here against Castellanos. And he has swung all 3 times. 0-1 the count. Outfield pretty deep. McNeil a couple of steps towards right center field. Canning the stretch. And the 0-1. And it's down and away. Lays off that time. Basically the same pitch.
Yeah.
One ball, 1 strike to Castellanos. Canning ready, the pitch. And that one's down to the dirt. Another back pick attempt. Bohm is back safely. Alvarez tried the exact same thing on the exact same guy, Alec Bohm, last time around.
I think catchers that throw are an added bonus to a team. If you have someone that'll back pick, Pudge Rodriguez used to do that, your secondary leads as a base runner become a half a step shorter, and that can help on a double in this situation.
2 balls, 1 strike. And Canning, long set, now the pitch. And it's way outside. A backhand diving stop by the catcher Alvarez that time. Castellanos, by the way, if you're curious about first pitch, On the first pitch this season, he's 23 for 51. That's a .451 batting average with a .1227 OPS. So a lot of success when putting the first pitch in play. 3-1 right now. Canning ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a ground ball to third. Could be two. Beatty goes to second. There's one. On to first. It's not in time. And Paco Figueroa at first base, he is pointing out at second base, saying that you might want to challenge the call whether Mauricio took the throw off the bag. They will not challenge the call. So credit Castellanos hustling there to stay out of the double play. He really got jammed on a 3-1 pitch. Here's Kepler. Kepler's 0 for 2. Drove in a run in the first with a ground out. Phillies down 5-4. Griffin Canning at the belt. And the pitch. Swing and a miss.
This pitch count starting to run up here, and I was curious. The Mets did not have anybody going, but now they do.
Looks like Brazoban has started to loosen up. 0-1 the count, the pitch. Kepler a swing and a miss. He was here's another back pick throw by Alvarez, and that one not even close. So Kepler quickly down to the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Canning is set at the belt. It is 0-2. Swung on, little flare, center field. Coming on McNeil. He'll get there. He makes the catch. Sides retired. Phillies take advantage of the error in center. They score a run on 1 hit. 1 error and 1 left. And we'll go to the 6th. It's 5-4 New York.
Hey Phillies fans! SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Phillies. Meaning SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of... The official ticket marketplace of... That ball was crushed. And, did you see that? Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Fightin' Phil's games or to any other live event in Philadelphia, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of every home team win. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of...
Let's go Phillies! Hey, Fightin' Phils fans, every time the Phillies strike out 10 or more batters in a home game, you score with BetMGM. That's right, you'll get a $5 casino bonus every week to play Philadelphia Phillies Slingo, exclusively on BetMGM, proud partner of the Philadelphia Phillies, and an official gaming partner of Major League Baseball. BetMGM.com for T's and C's, 21 plus to wager, PA only, all promotions subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable site credit bonus bets unless otherwise provided in applicable terms. Rewards subject to expiry. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help's available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you get a cancer diagnosis, your world stops. But not Fox Chase Cancer Center. When the science moves quickly, we move quicker. Because cancer is all we do. From the molecular level to the human level, we stay focused on your unique cancer. Not just following the science, but discovering new paths forward. Giving you a head start on better outcomes. Learn more at foxchase.org/where you start. Because where you start matters.
Back-to-back nights of a guaranteed blast at the ballpark. You won't want to miss the Xfinity fireworks shows on Monday, June 30th and Tuesday, July 1st, both at 6:30, when the Phillies host the Padres. Secure your seats at Phillies.com.
It's time for your Chick-fil-A, a nugget of the game. June 21st, 1964. Right-handed pitcher Jim Bunning pitches the first perfect game in Phillies history when he blanks the Mets 6-0 in the first game of a Father's Day doubleheader at New York's Shea Stadium.
Well, the Phillies down a run, and they're going to send Joe Ross back to the hill for his 3rd inning of relief work. It's kind of what they envisioned from Joe Ross when they signed him, needing a multi-inning reliever, perhaps a spot starter. He works to Jared Young, in the first pitch, a broken bat roller to first. That'll help. Kemp's got it, steps on first, and 1 pitch and 1 out. We talked to Tanner Banks after the game last night. Obviously, he played a huge role in, again, not only settling the game down and giving the Phillies a chance to recover after the tough go for Taijuan Walker, but pitched more than an inning and more than just putting out a fire and then that's it. He can go back out and give you another strong inning of relief work. Here's Francisco Alvarez. And the pitch to Alvarez is taken a little bit high for ball one. The Mets, or the Phillies, obviously have quite the luxury that a lot of teams don't have in terms of their starting rotation. Here's a swing and a miss. Guys going deep into games a lot and doing it well. They don't have to rely on their bullpen quite like some other clubs do. But when you need it, 1-1. Bouncer up the middle. Stott dives. He's got it from the outfield grass. The throw to first will be late. Had a tough time getting it out of his glove. Couldn't get a handle on it to make a throw. And that'll be an infield hit for Alvarez.
Yeah, I saw today in the notes it talked about the Philadelphia starters. They've gone at least 7 innings and 18 starts, which is the most in Major League Baseball. And that is just so awesome. Yeah. I mean, to have a staff that goes that far, and they want to go that deep. Nobody likes coming out of the game.
Speaking of Tanner Banks, they're getting him ready right now. Here's Brett Beatty. And the pitch to Beatty is up high for ball one. My guess is if it gets past Mauricio up to Lindor in this inning, it's going to be Tanner Banks. Beatty grounded out to first against Ross his first time up. Here's the pitch. And it's down and in. And it's a 2-0 count here as Beatty. 50 games in the majors last season, hit .229 with 4 homers. Up and down, really, over the parts of 4 seasons with New York, former first-round pick. 2-0 count. Short lead for Alvarez, the pitch. And that's way inside. He misses badly with his fastball. The Mets look like they have the lefty and a righty. Brazoban and also the lefty up as well. 3-0 pitch, and Beatty takes the strike. (5-4), New York leads. With 1 out, 1 on in the 6th. Ross delivers the 3-1, check swing, the pitch up. He went around, says the plate umpire.
I don't know that he went around, but I do think it was a strike at the top of the zone.
Well, I think he's saying he swung.
He did. I'm with you.
Yeah.
He did say that, but I don't think he swung at all. But that's okay. Good for the Phils.
Pitch was a strike anyways.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was a strike.
Yeah.
Well, I think you could say he swung.
Yeah. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. Here's the payoff pitch. Swinging a foul. Back off. Plate umpire, and Beatty's still alive. His count remains 3-2. And a hit by Alvarez, the 9th of the night for the Mets. Ross ready again, the 3-2 again. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Breaking ball down and in, and Beatty swings over the top of it. And a fine job there by Ross coming back from a 3-0 count. That's the first strikeout for Joe Ross, and it leaves the inning up to Ronnie Mauricio. 5-4 Mets in the 6th. Bohm way off the line at third. Turner up the middle. The pitch. Mauricio swings, pulls it to right. That's a base hit. Castellanos coming in to field it. Alvarez going first to third easily. Throw will go to second. And that means Lindor is coming up with runners on the corners, and I think that means a pitching change for the Phils. As it does appear that Rob Thompson is on his way, and he is. And that ball wasn't hit particularly hard, but a hit for Mauricio nevertheless. 10th hit of the night for the Mets. And we've got a pitching change brought to you by Pennington Grass Seed, official partner of the Phillies grounds crew. Joe Ross departs, Tanner Banks is on, and we're back in a moment on the Phillies Radio Network.
Baseball season is back, and nothing says summer like a ball game, the sizzle of the grill, and the official hot dog of the Phillies, Hatfield Franks. From the bank to your own backyard, Hatfield Pork is the MVP of game day. Don't strike out with anything less. Load up your plate, put pork on your fork, and bring home the taste of summer with Hatfield, the official pork provider of the Phillies. Visit simplyhatfield.com to find a retailer near you. Hatfield, better care, better pork.
When it's time to sell your home, you hope your agent knows the market, timing, pricing, interest rates, neighborhood, staging open houses, understanding contracts, completing paperwork, and can actually help guide you on your big move. Don't hope. No. When you hire a Weichert agent, you can be sure you've got a partner who will guide you every step of the way, from listing to closing and everything in between. Weichert. Dream, move, home. Each Weichert franchised office is independently owned and operated.
From Westchester to Doylestown, from Drexel Hill to Lansdale to Philly, we all look out for each other, stepping up to keep our communities going strong. And at Independence Blue Cross, we're here to keep you going strong. We've been deeply rooted in our communities for more than 85 years, and that connection to members has earned us our spot as the #1 health insurer in the region. So while you look out for your neighbors, know IBX is always looking out for you. Learn more at IBX.com.
Left-hander Tanner Banks is on to face Francisco Lindor. We saw this matchup last night. Tanner Banks got the better of Lindor, got him to pop up. But this one, Phillies down a run. They called on Lindor to the Mets to tack on. And the Phillies calling on Banks, the 33-year-old lefty, to try to get out of this jam. Lindor has been somewhat better left-handed overall, but certainly can hurt you from either side of the plate. Banks comes set, runners on the corners. He kicks in the pitch. That's taken for a called strike. Banks, his 33rd appearance. 0-1 the count, time called. Banks has had a rough go of it in the inherited runners department. Although he did strand a one last night, that was important. But 6 of 9 have scored. 0-1 the count. Banks looks at first. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hooked hard but foul. Tyrone Taylor, by the way, is pinch running at first base for Mauricio. He'll go into center, and McNeil will come out of center and go into the infield. Banks gets ahead of him at 0-2. The pitch swung on down the right field line towards the corner. Castellanos going back at the corner, and that's off the wall, and it's in play. Castellanos overran it. It's off the wall for a double. 2 runs are home. Castellanos was in foul territory, and that hit in fair ground. And it's a 2-run double for Lindor, and it's 7-4 New York.
Not sure I've really ever seen that before. Now, I don't think Castellanos is going to be able to catch this ball. His angle was all wrong. He didn't quite get to the corner of the 330 under the foul pole. That almost hit the foul pole, Scott, for a home run. I mean, that was that high off the wall. Are you going to take a look?
Umpires, I think, are going to check the boundary call. So there's a portion of the pole at the base where it meets the wall, I think, that is painted green. There's a line of yellow underneath the pole.
This is a crew chief review for potential home run ball. The call on the field is the ball is alive and in play.
again, Castellanos is over in foul territory, thinking he just kind of lost track of it on the run. It was back behind him. I mean,
it's clearly fair.
It's clearly fair. It looks like it hits that green part of the post at the base, but I believe it's got to hit the yellow part of the pole or the yellow line. But I mean, to be a home run, it's got to hit the yellow part of the pole, which is at the same level as the cyclone fencing that runs along the top of the wall.
After review, the call is confirmed. No home run. Ball is in play.
Either way, it's still a big 2-out hit for the Mets as Lindor gets his 14th double. He's driven in 3 runs tonight. And those 2 runs charged to Joe Ross, and 2 more inherited runners scoring off of Tanner Banks. And Brandon Nimmo will be the batter. Lindor nearly becoming the 3rd Met with 2 homers tonight. I mean, he's a few feet away from doing just that. One of those is right here, Brandon Nimmo. 2 for 3 with 2 solo homers. He takes the first pitch up and in. It pops out the mitt of JT. That'll be a pass ball. As down to third base goes Lindor.
Yeah, you go back to that fly ball, and Nick was running so hard he totally lost track of where he was. If he's able to find, and get a better read on this, I think he might be able to play it off the wall and at least keep the second run from scoring.
1-0 pitch, and that's way inside. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe
because it came off so hard.
Yeah.
It's a tough play because he would have had to have read that off the wall really early.
I think with 2 outs, though, Taylor's going to score on that if it comes off the wall. Yeah. 2-0 pitch, ground ball to first, down to a knee. Kemp knocked it down, flips to Banks, who covers in time, and that retires the side. But damage done. 2 runs on 3 hits. 1 was left, and we're going to the bottom of the 6th. It's 7-4 New York.
Hello, it's me, Katie Nolan, host of Casuals on the SiriusXM Podcast Network. It's a podcast for people who like sports a normal amount. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I'm joined by some of the biggest names in sports and entertainment to break down our favorite news stories from the sports world and beyond. It really doesn't matter what level of sports fandom or knowledge you have, just bring what you've got. We're all here to have fun and learn together. No judgments. You can find Casuals on the SiriusXM app, Pandora, or wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to follow the show so you never miss an episode. Love you. Mean it.
That was an all-time classic.
Adam Shine brings his unique perspective and passionate sports talk to Mad Dog Sports Radio.
That game led the league in holy cow wow moments.
The biggest and hottest names across Major League Baseball.
Star shortstop for the Kansas City Royals, Bobby Witt Jr.
It's great to kind of build the new culture here in Kansas City.
Shine on Sports, weekdays 9 Eastern. Mad Dog Sports Radio, Sirius XM 82 in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
Begin your day talking golf on The Starter with Taylor Zarzour.
JJ Spawn is your 125th U.S. Open champion.
What are you thinking as you prepare for that 64-foot, 5-inch putt?
All I was worrying about was the pace. Speed was the biggest component, and I ended up hitting it with perfect speed and went right in.
Listen to The Starter, weekday mornings starting at 7 a.m. Eastern on PGA Tour Radio, Channel 92 in the car, and on the Sirius XM app.
24/7, 365 coverage of all things NASCAR. All things NASCAR happens exclusively on Sirius XM NASCAR Radio, Channel 90.
Hear every game all season long with your hometown announcers on the Sirius XM app. With Sirius XM, wherever you are, your team plays here.
Well, your Independence Blue Cross player spotlight tonight is on right-handed pitcher out of the bullpen, Max Lazar. He finished last night's win versus the Mets with 2 perfect innings. That's his 8th appearance of the season and his 5th scoreless appearance. Now, he has worked more than 1 inning in 5 of his 8 appearances and 2 or more innings in 4 times, which is great because he knows his role. So that is excellent for him. Independence Blue Cross. Learn more at ibx.com.
The Mets send Griffin Canning back to the mound to start the bottom of the 6th inning to face JT Realmuto. You've got Stott waiting next. We'll see if they make a change. He's at 89 pitches. And the pitch on the way to JT. There's a strike on the inside corner. It's 7-4 now. Mets leading it. They've got 11 hits. They finally found a way to score a run without hitting a homer in this series. Canning ready with the 0-1. And it's swung on and grounded just foul past third. Phillies might want to think about scoring a run with a homer or multi-runs with a homer as they try to get back in this game. No balls, 2 strikes on JT. And the pitch. Breaking ball down and away. As expected, Jeff McNeil moves into the infield. He's at second base now. And Tyrone Taylor is out in center field after pinch running for Mauricio. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Alonso way off the line at first. Here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, hit foul over on the third base side. Hasn't looked like a comfortable matchup for JT against Canning here tonight.
No.
JT doubled off him the previous time he saw him. The 1-2 on the way. Swung on, line to left center. There's a base hit. And over into the gap to pick it up is Nimmo. JT turns at first, but he'll hold there with a leadoff single.
Want to see your favorite Phils shine in Atlanta this summer? This is your chance to send our stars south. Cast your 2025 Pro Spirit MLB All-Star ballot 5 times daily by visiting Phillies.com/vote.
That will do it for Griffin Canning as Carlos Mendoza, the Mets manager, is out to make a pitching change. 7-4 Mets lead it, and they'll start the bullpen now as Huascar Brazoban is coming on in relief. Back in a moment on the Phillies radio network.
In real estate, there's a number for everything. Square footage, down payment, interest rates. But how do you measure the trust you have in your agent? For a RE/MAX agent, it's not about numbers on a contract. It's knowing that RE/MAX agents have been voted the most trusted in real estate. That means you'll get honest advice, expert guidance, and someone who's committed to your success. Because while numbers count, trust is what truly matters. RE/MAX voted most trusted real estate agency brand by American shoppers based on the 2024 BrainSpark American Trust Study. Each office independently owned and operated.
At Citizens Bank Park, we don't carry the title of fan lightly. We're made for counting down the minutes to the first pitch, and for losing our voice before the 7th inning stretch. We're made for leading rallies, and for following box scores. We're made for celebrating big moments. And we're made ready with Citizens. Citizens, fellow fans, and the official bank of the Philadelphia Phillies.
Hey, Fightin' Phils fans, every time the Phillies strike out 10 or more batters in a home game, you score with BetMGM. That's right, you'll get a $5 casino bonus every week to play Philadelphia Phillies Slingo, exclusively on BetMGM, proud partner of the Philadelphia Phillies, and an official gaming partner of Major League Baseball. BetMGM.com for T's and C's, 21 plus to wager, PA only, all promotions subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable site credit bonus bets unless otherwise provided in applicable terms. Rewards subject to expiry. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help's available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Mets go to 35-year-old right-hander Huascar Brazoban, who comes on in relief. Brazoban is going to face Bryson Stott after Griffin Canning departs. Gave up a hit to JT Realmuto, who will be aboard at first. 32nd appearance of the year for Brazoban, who has only allowed 25 hits in his 39 innings of work, which equates a 1.88 earned run average, but he has walked 16 batters in 39 innings. Stott the batter, and the pitch is taken. It's a fastball for a strike call.
4 pitches. Sorry, Scott. Changeup is the main pitch that he likes to use.
Goes at more than half the time to lefties. Yeah. Here's the 0-1, and it's way outside. One ball and 1 strike. Phillies down 7-4. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the pitch. That's inside corner for a called strike. Francisco Alvarez stole that one for Huáscar Brazoban. That was in off the plate. And Alvarez really jerks the mitt back to the inside there and able to finesse the call.
There's a bunch of smoke, Scott, coming over here to our right.
1-2 pitch, and Stott a swing and a miss on some smoke from Brazoban at 98.
Well, I didn't want you to concern. It's coming closely where the coffee cart is over there. I think it's just probably going to be some barbecue or something, but
somebody was shutting down the grill, I think.
Yes. Better not be the coffee cart.
Here's Otto Kemp. Kemp 1 for 2 on the night. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. First pitch cutter. Brazoban, who did not debut in the majors until he was into his 30s. He was 32 when he debuted for Miami. Next pitch, swing and a foul tip. 0-2. Kemp quickly down to the count, calls timeout. Brazoban has been particularly tough on righties. The 0-2 on the way, and it's in the dirt. They have hit 156 against him. One ball and 2 strikes. Big right-hander set. Hands together at the belt buckle. He's ready. The pitch. Kemp swings and fouls it off. Phillies have Jordan Romano warming up. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swinging another foul. Over by the Mets dugout stairs. Otto stays alive.
That was a really good pitch, and this is where I think Brazoban does. This is what he does really well. Is the changeup is, as we like to say, bread and butter. But even the 98-mile-an-hour sinker is down at the same plane.
1-2, and it hit him. Oh, and it got him on the hand. He felt that one, and Otto Kemp shakes that hand off quickly and strips the batting gloves and throws him away. But he's in a little bit of pain, I think, and he's no stranger to getting hit by pitches. That's for sure. Oof, right on the top of his left hand. And the Phillies head athletic trainer, Paul Buchheit, is out there checking on that hand. Puts an extra base runner aboard, of course, and it brings Brandon Marsh to the plate, representing the tying run.
All right, so the good news to that, getting hit where he got hit in the knuckles. That stinks, and that really hurts. Not great. But it is his glove hand. It's not his throwing hand.
All right, the 4th time he's been hit in the big leagues.
Already?
Yeah. And had been hit 17 times at AAA this year. Well, 2 on now. It's JT out at second. Here's Marsh. 7-4 ball game. Phillies trail. Here's the pitch. And that one is a little bit low. First pitch fastball. Outfield shaded the other way. Soto way off the line. Taylor over to left center. The pitch swung on, hit in the air, straightaway center field. Taylor going back. He's nearing the track. He's under it, makes the catch. Tagging at second, headed to third is JT. And Brandon Marsh flies out for the second out.
There's some really good base running by JT Realmuto. Understanding the situation, how many outs there are. He sees, he reads the center fielder. JT does a real nice job when he's out there. Good IQ on the bases.
Phillies By the way, now 2 for 8 men in scoring position tonight. Here is Trea Turner. He's 0 for 3 this evening, the pitch. And that's down low. Would be a heck of a time for his first homer
I'm with you.
of the season. Brazoban has only allowed 1 to a right-handed batter this year. He's given up 4 homers total. The 1-0 pitch, and it's down and away. 2-0 the count. Schwarber, of course, looming in the on-deck circle if Turner can keep this inning alive. Runners on the corners. Brazoban to the belt, and the 2-0 to Turner. It's down and away, and it's 3-0. Misses with a fastball.
Got to take here if you're Trea Turner.
15 pitches, 7 balls, 8 strikes. Turner ahead in the count, 3 balls, no strikes, the pitch. He takes, and it's a strike called over the outside part of the plate. (7-4) Mets lead. Bottom of the 6th inning. The pitch. Swing and a squibber right side. McNeil to his left. He's got it. The throw to first is in time. And Turner grounds out with runners on the corners. And the Phillies turned away here in their half of the 6th. No runs, a hit. 2 left. We'll go to the 7th. It's 7-4 Mets.
At Citizens Bank Park, we don't carry the title of fan lightly. We're made for counting down the minutes to the first pitch. And losing our voice before the 7th inning stretch. We're made for leading rallies. And for following box scores. We're made for celebrating big moments. And we're made ready with Citizens. Citizens, fellow fans, and the official bank of the Philadelphia Phillies.
In your community or in your home, Nemours Children's nationally recognized pediatric specialists are here to help your child achieve their best health. Throughout Southeast Pennsylvania, we're working hand in hand with families to make every child's world a place where they can thrive. Now open in Malvern. Find your child's neighborhood specialist at nemours.org/PA. Nemours Children's Health. Well beyond medicine. Baseball season is back, and nothing says summer like a ball game, the sizzle of the grill, and the official hot dog of the Phillies, Hatfield Franks. From the bank to your own backyard, Hatfield Pork is the MVP of game day. Don't strike out with anything less. Load up your plate, put pork on your fork, and bring home the taste of summer with Hatfield, the official pork provider of the Phillies. Visit simplyhatfield.com to find a retailer near you. Hatfield, better care, better pork.
Phillies fans, never miss a home run.
Yeah, took deep to right center field. No doubt about it.
Stream every game on the NBC Sports app.
A 3-homer game.
And don't miss your game day forecast from NBC 10 First Alert Weather.
Well, it's the top of the 7th inning. It's time for the PGW game summary. The score is 7-4. The Mets are on top. The Mets have 11 hits and the Phillies have 6 hits, but they're very different types of hits. The Mets so far coming into the 7th have 5 home runs. That's right, 5 home runs. Fortunately for the Phillies, they have all been solo shots to keep it within reach. They're down by 3, and they've got some work to do. That's your game summary. PGW fueling the future.
Jordan Romano will take over for the 7th. He gets Juan Soto to deal with right away. Soto, a 3-for-3 night with a single and 2 home runs, both of them solo shots. And Soto, who's homered off 2 different pitchers so far, takes the first pitch from Romano way outside for ball 1. Jordan has not pitched in a while. Hasn't pitched since Monday. The 1-0, and that one is down and in. And it's a 2-0 count. Romano, 0-3 record, a .684 earned run average. 4th pitcher used tonight by the Phillies. The pitch is down and in. Slider. And it's a 3-0 count. Alonso next, then McNeil. Here's the pitch. Fastball, that's in there for a strike.
Yeah, Monday, that was the first night, right? Miami. Yeah. Been a little bit.
Been a minute.
Yeah.
3-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and popped in the air. Out of play, third base side. The count goes to 3-2. He went after a 3-1 slider. Last time out, hit a curveball from Joe Ross. And boy, did he hit it, 437 feet. Count full, Romano with a 3-2. Swing and a ground ball to first. Kemp gobbles it up, takes it to first, and there's out number one. Soto retired for the first time. And Romano up from Otto Kemp. Boy, that was a heck of an effort. Nick into a slide on the dirt. I think had some of that dirt come up, get him in the eyeball. It was in his glove, right on the tip of the webbing, and as he went down and the glove hit the ground, it came out. Oh, and 1 on Alonso. Romano with a pitch. It's up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. That's upstairs. Pete Alonso last year the lowest OPS of his career, and came at, of course, contract time. And bouncing back in a big way this year. He's gotten off to a smoking hot start as this pitch fouled away. He also set a pretty high bar for himself, all in all. So
for this year, or just
for his career?
Oh yeah.
I mean, given that last year was where it was, I mean, he still ended up with 34 homers, but
I think most of the stuff he did last year though came really late in the year. All of a sudden, he kind of found it in September, like late September.
2-2 pitch on the way. And a swing and a foul tip hung on to by JT, and there's a strikeout of Alonso. Yeah, his OPS last year was 788. That's not like horrible. It's not.
It's average.
Yeah. But for a guy who was, his previous low had been 817. So. Oh. Here is Jeff McNeil. Well, he's bounced back, by the way. He's .951 this year as Alonso. As the pitch to McNeil is in for a called strike.
So you're saying that the lowest of his career is what league average is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pitch. And that's a fastball. Misses outside of McNeil. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mets leading 7-4. We're in the 7th. Nobody warming in the bullpen for the Mets. It'll be Brazoban again, the pitch. Swing and a fly ball centered field, playable. As Marsh waiting on it, he's under it, and he makes the catch. Sides retired. Jordan Romano with a 1-2-3 7th. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. Stretch time here at Citizens Bank Park. Phillies trail 7-4.
When you decide to sell your home, don't settle for a good agent. Go for a great one. Go for a Weichert agent. A Weichert agent looks at you as a partner, not a transaction, and will work day and night to get you the results you're looking for. And your Weichert agent is backed by the Weichert brand. With over 50 years of experience, Weichert agents have guided thousands of buyers and sellers through every facet of home ownership. Don't settle for good. Go for great. Work with a Weichert agent. Each Weichert franchised office is independently owned and operated.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
As a proud partner of the Philadelphia Phillies, King Swings has created the first ever Phillies branded swing sets and playhouses for fans at home. Hi, this is Tom McCarthy. When I'm not calling the play-by-play for the Phils, you'll find me at home enjoying quality time with my family. Meg and I are always looking to promote outdoor play. And what better way to do that than with a Phillies branded play set? I know King Swings will be a beloved part of our family memories for years to come. Visit kingswingsets.com to bring the ballpark home. King Swings, get out and play.
Deep to right field, forget about it.
Send the Phillies stars south to Atlanta for the 2025 All-Star Game. Vote for your Phils 5 times daily at phillies.com/vote.
Well, nothing beats Sunday night baseball at the bank. And tomorrow is Sunday, and guess who's here? It's still the Mets. That's right. They're coming back. They are in town. It's going to be an exciting matchup, as they both have been so far. That game tomorrow is at 7:10 p.m. You can secure your seats by visiting Phillies.com.
Kyle Schwarber will lead it off for the Phillies, who trail 7-4 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Schwarber, Bohm, and Castellanos against Huascar Brazoban. As the pitch on the way to Schwarber, and that misses outside for ball 1. Schwarber tonight is 1 for 3. A single, ground out, and a strikeout. Also scored a run back in the first. Brazoban with a 1-0, and Schwarber takes. That's a strike. Change at second base. Luis Angel Acuna will take over at second for McNeil.
Attention media, tonight's attendance, 44,000.
1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch, and that's down low. 2-1. Two-one pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. There's a base hit. And the Phillies trying to get a rally started. Begin with a single from Schwarber.
That's where it starts. Get a leadoff hitter on there. Perfect.
It's actually 3 innings in a row the Phillies have had their leadoff man aboard now. In the 5th inning, Turner reached on an error by McNeil. In the 6th, JT reached on a single. And here's Schwarber. In the 7th, starts with a single as well. Here's Bohm, and the pitch. It's down and in, ball 1. Alec tonight has been on base all 3 times. 2 singles. He has scored a run, driven in a run, and walked. And now the bullpen going again for the Mets. 1-0 the pitch. Bohm swings, hits a double play ball. Lindor's got it, feeds Acuna. There's 1 on to first. There's 2. Six, 4-3 double play. And just like that, the bases are clear for Castellanos.
Well, Brazoban, him and his changeup, right? The changeup down and into righties. He will throw it to anybody. He runs a pretty high ground ball rate. And those double plays, he can get those at a heartbeat.
Here's Castellanos. 1 for 2 tonight officially. The pitch. He swings and hits a bouncer foul down the third base line. Phillies have Jesus Luzardo set to go tomorrow night. Phillies kind of hinting around they might shuffle the rotation a little bit for the road trip. 0-1. Swing and a miss. That pitch was way in on him. I think the idea would be to separate those 3 left-handers a little bit, if you can. Michael Mercado is warming up in the pen. Brazoban ready, ahead in the count, and his 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Huascar Brazoban does the job for the Mets. 2 scoreless innings of relief. We head to the 8th now. It's 7-4 New York.
School is out. It's time to let loose, lay in the sun. Hey, it's Alex Cooper. These are the songs that will always and forever remind me of summer.
Alex
Alex Cooper's Unwell Summer Mix throughout the weekend on her exclusive channel, Unwell Music.
I'm on Channel 3 when you're ready to hang.
Or dive in now on the SiriusXM app.
Baseball is back. It's former General Manager Jim Duquette, and every Sunday on the front office, we have you covered on everything happening across Major League Baseball.
That's right, Duke. It's former Big League GM Jim Bowden. Injuries, extensions, promotions, demotions, and trades. We'll have you covered on all the news.
We'll bring you the front office perspective as the season heats up.
Front office with Jim Duquette and Jim Bowden Sundays at 10 a.m. Eastern on MLB Network Radio, Channel 89, and on the SiriusXM app.
MLB Network Radio is giving you the chance to win tickets to the 95th All-Star Game. Starting June 23rd, listen to SiriusXM 89 all week long for clues to identify our mystery player. Then tune into Loud Outs on Friday, June 27th, when you hear the cue to call. Trial or paid subscribers since at least June 17th who are 18 years of age or older. U.S. residents only. No additional purchase necessary. For full contest information and official rules, visit SiriusXM.com/MLB All-Star Trivia 25.
You want baseball? The doggy has you covered. Tune in to Mad Dog Unleashed for the best baseball coverage anywhere. Weekdays 3 to 6 Eastern. SiriusXM Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
With the SiriusXM app, you can hear your hometown announcers all season long. Just search for your team on the SiriusXM app and tap the star to save it as your favorite.
Well, this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Philadelphia Phillies. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Phillies.
Phillies go to Michael Mercado to pitch the 8th inning. Phillies are down 7-4. Mentioned earlier that the Braves beating the Marlins 7-0, but the Braves got the bad news. They've lost Chris Sale for the near future as he was diagnosed with the rib fracture, making a diving play during his near complete game earlier this week. And so he's going to be lost for a while for the Braves. First pitch to Jared Young is inside for ball one. Out of town scores here on the program, brought to you by Oliver Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. You'll feel the difference. And Young squaring to bunt, takes down low. Mercado in 2 innings has given up 4 hits. The pitch swung on, hit high in the air, deep right field, and that's another home run for the Mets and another second deck home run for the Mets. As Jared Young goes deep, his 3rd of the year. And that is home run number 6 tonight for the Mets, and they lead it 8-4.
Bombs. They're all bombs, but they're also all solo shots. So even though they really hurt, they're not able to just absolutely pull away. So that's good. Damn.
That one was longer than the Soto blast, 441 on that.
Aye.
As the pitch to misses, 1-0 the count. Second time this year they've had 6 homers in a game this season. They're looking into the dugout. I don't know. They were trying to decide whether or not that hit him, the pitch inside. And 1-0 the count. And the pitch. Swing and a miss.
So wait. I gotta ask, if you don't mind. They were waiting to see if it hit him.
I think they were trying to see if they wanted to review it. Here's a swing and a pop-up foul. And going over Kemp, but that's into the seats.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at, though, is like everything paused. And Alvarez turns around and he's like, he would know if it hit him.
Right.
He's like, it didn't hit me. And they're like, no, you hang on, Alvarez. We're going to see if it hits you. Like, give me a break.
It looked like there was some confusion there. Like, they were.
You would know when I hit you, Scott.
1-2 pitch, I'm sure. Fist full of Kevin.
I got to go through Murph to get you, but I'll get you.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Mercado with the 2-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. He got him. And Alvarez down on strikes. Mercado, in his brief time in the big leagues last year, 5 games, a total of 13 innings. He gave up 9 homers in those 13 innings. And with another one tonight, that means 15 and a third innings in the majors, and he's given up 10 home runs. Here's Beatty, and he takes up and away.
Well, he's got some things he needs to work on, and one of those things is to get the fastball down. Live arm, good fastball. It just does not play up in the zone up here at this level.
The 1-0 pitch, and that one misses inside, trying to go down with it.
Yep.
Two balls and no strikes. And the pitch, and that's bounced in there. Three and 0, the pitch. Beatty takes. That's called a ball. High, I guess. And there's a walk for Mercado, and that'll bring up Tyrone Taylor, who came on as a pinch runner. Beatty leading off the bag, the pitch, and that's a called strike. The Mets have had some big homer days in this ballpark over the years. Twice they have hit 7 home runs in a single game. It happened in 2005 and again in 2017. The pitch swung on, lined over the leap of Turner. It's a base hit for Taylor. Stopping at second is Beatty. Now the top of the order, and Francisco Lindor. The most home runs the Mets have ever hit in this ballpark happened on August the 24th of 2015 when they hit 8 homers against the Phillies, which was one shy of a record. Phillies, the most they've ever given up in a game is 9. The pitch is a breaking ball for a called strike. I believe the stat they just threw up on Fox is no team has ever had multi-homer games from the top 3 hitters in their lineup. And Lindor was oh so close to making that a reality. 0-1 pitch. And a swing and a foul. He fouled it off his foot. He goes down, or maybe off his knee. He got up pretty quick, though, and walking it off. Lindor, his last time up against Tanner Banks after Joe Ross had given up a couple of soft singles. Banks came on, and it was a high drive down the right field line, and it hit just below the pole in fair territory for a double. That one off the shin. And not off the shin guard, it didn't look like. It just missed it.
Just above it?
It was just on the, almost in the inside, like almost toward the calf. It was kind of on the side, the inside of his leg. 0-2, Mercado's pitch, and it's up high. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 on, 1 out. Mercado needs a double play ball. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Lindor, he was just trying to foul it off. He knew he was beat there. He was just trying to stay alive. That'll bring up Brandon Nimmo. Nimmo, 2 homers. Soto, 2 homers. The pitch is swung on and fouled back out of play. Oh, 1 the count. A look back at second, the pitch. And it's taken down low.
I think I heard you say in between innings, is it today that's the anniversary of Jaws, the movie?
Is today it? I don't know. I know that
I think
I've heard this week that it
or
was
the anniversary,
50th anniversary.
50th anniversary.
1-1 pitch, and that's outside. They just had a shark on the dugout top.
That's what that's for.
And I think hinting about Jaws, but then, of course, they just break down into Jimmy Buffett.
Perfect.
It was weird. The music started playing, and Murph got up and started. He had this glazed look in his eye, and he started wandering out of the room.
You ever see what a Weeble Wobble looks like? That movie that'd be 1975. And then I was young.
Yeah.
Then
3-1 to Nimmo. Here's the pitch from Mercado, and it's down low, ball 4. And
no, it's a strike.
Pardon me. Nimmo tossed the bat away, was going to run to first, but called strike 2.
Yeah, I saw that movie when I was really young. My brothers, thanks to my older brothers. And then literally months later, my parents put in a swimming pool. I didn't get in that swimming pool for a while.
3 balls and 2 strikes on Nimmo. 2 on, 2 out. Runners will go. Mercado delivers, and the pitch fouled away. Oh, wow, what a catch by a fan in the first row of the Hall of Fame Club. Rather nonchalant, left hand, no glove, just snared it. That was a tremendous grab. Three balls, 2 strikes. And Mercado deals, and the pitch is fouled away again. It's going right to the same guy. Nope, a few rows behind him. Still 3-2. 8-4, Mets lead it, 8th inning. Mercado checks second. And his 3-2 on the way. And that's high, ball 4. And the bases are loaded for Juan Soto. It's been quite a night for Soto, as he's got 2 home runs tonight, 3 hits total. Up to 16 home runs on the season. And 39 runs batted in. Here comes Caleb Cotham. Mercado has thrown 26 pitches, 13 balls and 13 strikes.
It's not a great ratio.
No.
Yeah, so the pool goes in. A little afraid of sharks, and that's all that my wife wants to do is go dive with sharks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And you still, to this day, would not, I mean, I don't think it's a wise deal. I have no interest in swimming with sharks or whatever it is.
Nor do I. I do not.
But you can go in a pool, no problem.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
know, the sharks don't live in the pool.
I'm okay in a pool.
Unless it's like the inflatable one they just had on the dugout.
Then I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
We're all in trouble, yeah. Pools are good. Lakes are okay.
Here's Juan Soto with the bases loaded. First pitch. Swing and a foul out of play left side. Phillies last year had 2 different opponents pick up a 3-homer game here at Citizens Bank Park. 0-1 the pitch, and it's up high. Yordan Alvarez did it last August. Lawrence Butler did it last July. They've also had a couple of Mets who have done it here. The 1-1, and it's outside. Yoenis Cespedes, Jose Reyes here in this ballpark. It's a 2-1 count for Juan Soto with the bases full. Mercado kicks and delivers in the pitch. That one is a called strike, a high cutter. And a generous call there for Mercado. 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Soto waits. Here's the pitch. And it's down and away, off speed.
So interesting right now with Michael, anything that's around the strike zone or anything that he throws for a strike is in the top part of the plate. Anything that's down isn't even close.
3 balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, the payoff pitch. Swung on, line to right, there's a base hit. And 2 more runs are going to score. Around to third base goes Nimmo as Juan Soto with his 4th hit of the night. 4 runs batted in, and the Mets, with 10 runs on the board, lead it 10-4.
Well, it's a splitter, and what Michael right now he's trying, and Mercado's trying to get the ball down. You can see him doing that. He just can't get it near the strike zone, so it forces him to come up in the zone. That's a splitter, and that's where it's at. I mean, that's right at the letters. He's trying, he just can't find it.
Here's Pete Alonso, and he takes a called strike. Well, it was the Phillies last night, 10-2. Tonight, it's the Mets' turn, 10-4. Mercado with a pitch, and it's up high. And they're going to have to throw a lifeline to Mercado and get somebody up because he is struggling to find a way out of this inning.
Yeah, it looks like Taijuan Walker is starting to spin a baseball out there.
Here's the 1-1 and a swing and a miss. One ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. And that's up high. 2-2. The pitch. And that one just missed a little bit high.
This inning's getting really long. This is where it gets a little bit tough, especially defensively. You've been standing out there.
He's about to get to 40 pitches here if he's not careful. 3-2 on the way. Runner at first going, and Alonso just takes, and that's nowhere close. It's down and away. And there's another walk. That's the 3rd walk of the inning. That's going to reload the bases. And it's going to bring up Luis Angel Acuna, who's the 9th man to bat in the inning. And they're calling quickly to see just how ready Taijuan Walker is.
I mean, he just started.
Yeah. And we're talking about a starter who just started getting ready. And Acuna takes. That's a strike. First at bat for Acuna in this series. 248 hitter this year. No homers. 6 runs batted in. Mercado with a pitch. Swinging a foul back.
Maybe.
40 pitches, 20 balls, 20 strikes.
Yeah. A little bit of a gut check for him right here. I mean, he's struggling. See if he can get himself out of this.
Mercado with the 0-2. Swinging a bouncer towards third. Bohm charges, gloves it, throws to first. And it's in time. Boy, it's close. And the Mets say, hold on, we're going to make sure that the call by Chris Conroy at first is correct. As Juan Soto drives it a couple more, the Mets scored 3 in the 8th. That's 10-4 New York.
In your community or in your home, Nemours Children's nationally recognized pediatric specialists are here to help your child achieve their best health. Throughout Southeast Pennsylvania, we're working hand in hand with families to make every child's world a place where they can thrive. Now open in Malvern. Find your child's neighborhood specialist at nemours.org/PA. Nemours Children's Health. Well beyond medicine.
At Citizens Bank Park, we don't carry the title of fan lightly. We're made for counting down the minutes to the first pitch. and for losing our voice before the 7th inning stretch. We're made for leading rallies and for following box scores. We're made for celebrating big moments. And we're made ready with Citizens. Citizens, fellow fans, and the official bank of the Philadelphia Phillies.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge?
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
During the Phillies 2025 season, Tito's Handmade Vodka will donate $1 for every Tito's cocktail sold at Citizens Bank Park to Phillies charities up to a total of $20,000. Tito's Handmade Vodka is a proud sponsor of the Philadelphia Phillies. On to the bottom of the 8th we go. Mets leading this one 10-4 as Juan Soto coming back out with his big night. 4 hits, 4 runs batted in. Mets leading big behind their new superstar this year. Max Kepler will lead off for the Phillies here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And he'll do so against right-hander Ryan Stanek. This is not the typical spot that Stanek would pitch in. The inning is, but not necessarily with the score like this. But he was already warming before the 3 spot on the board. And the first pitch to Kepler is up high for ball 1. Stanek, who has high velocity stuff, has not been quite as sharp as he was late last season and into the postseason, the 1-0. And it's swung on, lifted to left. It's an easy play for Nimmo. Towards the line he goes. He'll make the catch. There's one away. .488 ERA for Stanek this year. That'll bring JT Realmuto to the plate. JT 1 for 3. And the pitch swung on, line to the left. There's a base hit. And JT with another multi-hit game. That's 6 times in the last 9 games he's had 2 hits. That'll bring up Bryson Stott. Stott 0 for 3 with a ground out and 2 strikeouts tonight. Phillies keep Taijuan Walker loosening up in the pen. Tough go for Michael Mercado. Alonso plays behind the runner at first base. The pitch Stott takes. There's a strike.
Well, this didn't go as planned with all
Certainly
these
not.
home runs, man. Firepower.
0-1. And a swing at a foul back to the backstop. And that get a piece of Alvarez. It deflected off of Alvarez. He's clutching his left wrist. Oh, it sure did. It went right, glanced off the wrist just below the glove. And he says he's all right. He'll stay in there. He has the count, 0-2. Stanek delivers. And the pitch is slap foul, out of play. That one at 100 miles an hour. Stott fights it off.
I'm not sure have you ever driven a car 100 miles
Nope.
an hour? My kid got a ticket doing 100.
Pitch down low. Who taught that kid how to go 100?
Mother. Sorry. I'm going to be in so much trouble.
I don't know your kids all that well, but I bet I'm trying to think who that might have been.
Oh, man. I'm not.
1-2 pitch is down low. I wouldn't suggest you tell me on the air or anything. But.
You know, it was one of those situations. Yeah, it was one of those situations where you're driving like down a hill on a freeway, nobody around, and you're listening. You know, that was how it was explained to me.
Mm-hmm. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. And this one's punched foul out of play. I'm not sure I've ever been in a car nice enough that could go 100 without coming unglued. I think all the cars I've ever had, they get to about 80 and it starts to rattle a little bit.
It gets tougher to stay in the lane.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I just think the wheels are going to come off, literally. 2-2. At a swing and a ground ball towards the middle. Acuna gloves it, flips to Lindor for 1. The throw to first in time, a double play. And another double play turned by the Mets, their second in as many innings. And we're going to the ninth. It's 10-4 Mets.
Sports are all about moments.
One of the most incredible, miraculous finishes we have ever seen.
And you can hear them all.
He scores! Alex Ovechkin! There's a new goal-scoring champion!
As they happen.
Oh, my goodness! Shohei Ohtani, a sayonara swing!
Live in the moment.
Rory McIlroy on his knees. He's won the Masters.
With live sports on Sirius XM and the Sirius XM app. Fantasy Sports Radio is helping you win your fantasy leagues right now on Channel 87.
Don't worry about your standings yet. Just set your lineup with your most talented players and go from there.
From in-season fantasy baseball management to helping you prepare for your fantasy football drafts, Fantasy Sports Radio is here to help you dominate.
In redraft, there's an argument to be made that R.J. Harvey should be going as a second running back off the board.
Your home for fantasy sports. Channel 87 and on the Sirius XM app.
This is someone who is ready for the bright lights.
It's the one night that can change the shape of a generation.
The Golden State Warriors select Stephen Curry from Davidson College.
It can turn around a franchise in the blink of an eye.
Right-hand hammer slam, Victor Wembanyama.
It's the 2025 NBA Draft. Hear a complete breakdown of all the picks.
He's going to be a ridiculous defensive player.
With exclusive interviews throughout the night on Sirius XM NBA Radio Channel 86 and the Sirius XM app.
From in-season fantasy baseball management to helping you prepare for your fantasy football drafts, Fantasy Sports Radio is helping you dominate. Channel 87 and on the Sirius XM app. With the Sirius XM app, you can hear your hometown announcers all season long. Just search for your team on the Sirius XM app and tap the star to save it as your favorite.
Well, while we were away, the Phillies challenged both out calls at second and at first. They got one of them overturned, and that's Bryson Stott at first base. He beat that throw from Francisco Lindor. So the inning will continue here as we were going 100 miles an hour, and we got to the commercial break, and we were going down a hill, and 10-4 Mets are leading them at 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th, and Otto Kemp is the batter, and he swings and fouls one back. So 2 outs, runner at first. And Stanek on the mound facing Kemp. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Kemp, who is 1 for 2, was hit by a pitch his last time up. Doubled in the second and would later score. No balls, 2 strikes. Stanek delivers, and the pitch swung on, hit in the air, center field. Going back on it, Taylor to the track, backpedaling. He's got room. He makes the catch. Straightaway center field, long drive, but it's out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the 9th now with the Mets leading at 10-4.
Summer starts now on the SiriusXM app with sunlit soundtracks and seasonal mixes made for longer days.
She was an American beauty
From the serene summer solstice mix on Spa to the Country Shine mix, spanning 3 generations of Western greats.
Wish I was in his arms tonight.
Plus new music, exclusive podcasts, and streaming-only vibes that shine bright. Just search Summer on the SiriusXM app.
Every night after the final out, the Round Trip Roundup brings you the scores, highlights, and analysis from every game across Major League Baseball, all in less than 30 minutes.
Swung on and missed, strike 3 and a no-hitter.
It's the perfect way to get caught up on all the night's biggest home runs and best performances.
And a high drive, deep right center.
It's the Round Trip Roundup on MLB Network Radio every night on SiriusXM Channel 89 and every morning on the SiriusXM app.
That was an all-time classic.
Adam Shine brings his unique perspective and passionate sports talk to Mad Dog Sports Radio.
That game led the league in holy cow wow moments.
The biggest and hottest names across Major League Baseball.
Star shortstop for the Kansas City Royals, Bobby Witt Jr.
It's great to kind of build the new culture here in Kansas City.
Shine on Sports, weekdays 9 Eastern. Mad Dog Sports Radio, Sirius XM 82 in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
24/7, 365 coverage of all things NASCAR. All things NASCAR happens exclusively on Sirius XM NASCAR Radio, Channel 90.
With the Sirius XM app, you can hear your hometown announcers all season long. Just search for your team on the Sirius XM app and tap the star to save it as your favorite.
To the 9th we go, and Taijuan Walker for the first time will work back-to-back out of the bullpen. Yesterday did not go well for Taijuan as he was given a 2-0 lead after 5 scoreless innings from Zach Wheeler, but he gave up 2 home runs, one to Pete Alonso, one to Jeff McNeil, and home runs have been a recurring thing for the Mets in this series. They were 7th in baseball in homers coming into play tonight, and they had 95 before the start of this one. And they've got 6 of them tonight. Here is Jared Young, who's got 1 tonight. As the pitch is outside, I didn't get the full rundown, but I think he's got the longest one of the night, right? 441.
Yes, that's what you said.
The 1-0 pitch, and that's up high. 2 balls, no strikes. The Phillies will eagerly watch the radar gun, I think, and see what the stuff looks like for Taijuan coming back the next night. The pitch missed outside. It's a 3-0. The pitch, fastball, and that's in there for a called strike. He comes out of the gates, goes curveball, split.
Right.
To get behind 3-0. The 3-1 and a check swing, foul ball. There's a cutter, middle of the plate. And Young now 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three-two. There's a called 3rd strike, backdoor cutter. And Young caught looking for out number 1.
Not an easy spot here for Taijuan. What I mean by that is, you're talking about a guy that's been around a long time. He's now in the bullpen from being a starter, and now he comes in a tough, down 6 late in the game. He's got to be able to come in there and still have the energy.
Here's the pitch, and it's swung on and fouled off. Well, if they want to make him as a reliever work, the idea work, at some point they have to put into practice things that relievers do, and that's pitch back-to-back.
Right.
0-1 pitch, and this one's blasted way back to left, and Alvarez makes it 7 home runs as he hits this one off the facing of the second deck in right field. His 3rd of the year, 3rd given up in the series by Walker, and it's 11-4 Mets. And that's the longest one of the night at 4:52. Goodness. And as we said, the Mets have had some games like this in this ballpark over the years. This is the 3rd time they've had 7 in a game at Citizens Bank Park. They also had an 8-homer game here. The pitch. Brett Beatty takes a called strike. First time since 2017. The pitch. Down low. That night, April the 11th of 2017, they got 7 home runs, 3 from Yoenis Cespedes, 2 from Lucas Duda. They had the big nights. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Also got him from Asdrubal Cabrera and Travis d'Arnaud, who was also a part of the 8-homer game for the Mets in 2015. Travis d'Arnaud. 1-2 to Beatty, and the pitch. Fouled away. As for any club, not just the Mets, the record is 9. That happened at the Vet, though. The pitch is up high. The record here, having given up, is 8. The Mets have done it. The Diamondbacks have done it. And last year, Oakland did it.
8.
2-2. 8.
Right.
Pop up, third base side. Foul, ground goes Bohm. He's under it. He makes the catch. 2 down. And that brings up Tyrone Taylor. Yeah, the Mets only at 7, Stock.
Only. Feels like 9, 8.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who was it in the Vet? Do you have that information?
It was the Reds, September the 4th, 1999. As Walker misses with ball 1. Lewis, Johnson, Reese, Vaughn, Hammonds, Young, Boone, and 2 from Eddie Taubensee.
Yeah.
The pitch, swing and a miss. Meanwhile, the Phillies' record for homers in a game is 7. Pitch is a called strike. They actually check it first. He went around. 7 home runs for the Phillies. They've done it 3 times. The first time was in '98 against the Mets. Happened again in 2018 in Cincinnati. And it happened again at Cincinnati in 2021. Here's a pop-up first base side. Kemp will make the catch. And that will end things in the ninth. One more for the Mets. Alvarez, his 3rd. And as we go to the bottom of the ninth, it's 11-4 New York.
Hey, Fightin' Phils fans, every time the Phillies strike out 10 or more batters in a home game, you score with BetMGM. That's right, you'll get a $5 casino bonus every week to play Philadelphia Phillies Slingo, exclusively on BetMGM, proud partner of the Philadelphia Phillies and an official gaming partner of Major League Baseball. BetMGM.com for T's and C's, 21 plus to wager, PA only, all promotions subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable site credit bonus bets unless otherwise provided in applicable terms. Rewards subject to expiry. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help's available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Yuengling Traditional Lager, a beer that, like true legends, stands the test of time. Brewed by the same family for nearly 200 years, it's a crisp amber lager with a bold, smooth flavor that's perfect for game day. So make sure to stop into McGillicuddy's to cheer on the Phillies at 33 Brookline Boulevard in Havertown and enjoy $4 Yuengling Lager drafts during all Phillies games. Yuengling, legends stand the test of time.
When you get a cancer diagnosis, your world stops. But not Fox Chase Cancer Center. When the science moves quickly, we move quicker. Because cancer is all we do. From the molecular level to the human level, we stay focused on your unique cancer. Not just following the science, but discovering new paths forward. Giving you a head start on better outcomes. Learn more at foxchase.org/where you start. Because where you start matters.
Phillies baseball is brought to you by Lycio's Bakery, available at your favorite deli, sandwich shop, supermarket, and exclusively in Citizens Bank Park. Lycio's Bakery. It all starts with the bread, and proud partner of the Philadelphia Phillies. Let's go, Phils.
Bottom of the ninth inning, Phillies trailing 11-4, and right-hander Chris Davinsky comes on out of the bullpen for the Mets. Chris Davinsky, who has himself one of those 2022 National League Championship rings, as he made 3 appearances for the Phillies that year after he had been let go by Arizona. Gave up 5 runs in 4 innings of work. Davinsky's been at this a long time, 34-year-old right-hander who's just called back to the majors today, and this will be his 3rd appearance. He's given up 2 runs in 3 relief innings this year for the Mets. Most of his work at AAA Syracuse. He's going to face a pinch hitter here as Johan Rojas bats, and he takes up high. Some of these right-handed hitters may get starts tomorrow, and they give these guys a live AB here, as Sosa is next, and I think Buddy Kennedy will be after that. And the pitch is in there for a strike call. Might as well, right?
Yep.
One, and that's down and away. So if you are one of the 44,000 plus that stuck around to see Turner or Schwarber bat one more time, sorry to let you know that's not happening.
Right.
The pitch, and it's swung on and fouled back.
It's kind of one of the jobs you don't necessarily always like as a pinch hitter or someone who's not an everyday player, is this position when it's 7 runs, you've been sitting all game. You got to get Turner off his feet and Schwarber off his feet. It's a good idea to do that, but that means you got to go in there and battle for a base hit. So it's all about attitude. You got to have a good attitude about it.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, swinging a bouncing ball, foul down the third base line. Well, Mick Abel started this game for the Phillies and was out after 3 innings. 73 pitches thrown by Mick Abel. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball, hit in the air, center field, straight away, going back on a Taylor. A little bit of a late break, but he's going to glide out there and make the grab. There's out number 1. Taylor's pretty good out there in center. Here comes Edmundo Sosa. Sosa batting here for Turner. And the first pitch to him, that's in for a strike. So the 2 teams tied atop the division coming into the series. Phillies won last night big. Mets winning tonight big, as this has popped up into right center field. And making the catch in center is Taylor. And there's out number 2. And here's Buddy Kennedy with his return to the big leagues. Most recent player of the month in the International League, Buddy Kennedy. Taken off the roster earlier this season, stayed in the organization. Contract selected for the final game in Miami the other day, and this will be his first AB in the bigs this year. And Davinsky delivers in the first pitch, a breaking ball in for a strike. So they're back tied again with a rubber game tomorrow. Peterson and Luzardo at 7:10 for Sunday Night Baseball. 0-1. Check swing, the pitch down and in. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
I don't think I can remember the last time I've had, come to 3 games past 7 o'clock at night. Maybe when I played.
You think?
Yeah.
1-1 pitch, and that's a called strike. I mean, a couple years ago when we switched to those 640s, but it wasn't that long ago. These all starts were 7:05.
But I don't know that I was here.
Well, the pitch, it's up high. I mean, in 2018 you were.
Yeah, but I was on the road. There were always road games.
Okay.
And usually there was a travel day. I'd have to go back and look.
2-2. Check swing. Did he go? They asked it first. He went around, and that's the ball game. The Mets pound out 7 home runs en route to an 11-4 win over the Phillies tonight as the Mets return serve, pull even once again in the division, and that'll set up a rubber game for Sunday Night Baseball tomorrow night.
This game just stunk. It really did. I just couldn't get the ball down. A lot of the pitchers couldn't get it down. The Mets, the top of the lineup right now, those guys, a couple of them, needing some big games, and boy, did they have one. All of those home runs can be hard to beat. So on a game like this, you have nothing you can do other than just forget about it and come back tomorrow.
Phillies fall 11-4 the final. Series tied at a game apiece. Back with the totals and a recap for you right after this.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Neo, and I am super excited to bring you inside my world.
Connect with the hits he wrote, the voices that raised him, and the next wave of R&B.
This is more than a channel. It's my journey in sound.
Curated by Neo.
It's all right here on Neo's Gentleman Radio.
Now for a limited time on Channel 79 and on the SiriusXM app. Just search Neo.
Let's go.
Football season may be months away.
It's over. The Philadelphia Eagles have won Super Bowl 59.
But Sports Grid Radio is talking about the lines, odds, and futures for the NFL.
If you don't have a great quarterback in this league, you'll be lucky if you scrape 8.
Whether you're looking at team win totals, props, or the best odds to win next year's Super Bowl, the only place to get the winning edge over the sports books is Sports Grid Radio.
And I'm going to bet the Eagles to win the NFC before the year gets underway.
Channel 159 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
So, you get in your car and head to work and the check engine light comes on. What do? One thing you shouldn't do is wait to get it checked out. What you should do is head to your locally owned and operated Meineke, where their trained technicians will diagnose your problem, fix it, and get you safely back on the road. Meineke works on any make, model, or year vehicle and has been doing it right for over 50 years. And Meineke offers same-day service and fix-it-now and pay-over-time payment solutions. Meineke, doing car care right.
While everyone's listening to the ball game on the Phillies radio network, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, is hard at work rebuilding our infrastructure, whether it's transportation, water, or energy projects. ELEC and the operating engineers, 825, are ready to get to work building our bounce back.
At 5 p.m., the A's take on the Cleveland Guardians, with the A's on Sirius 106, XM 187, and Internet 841. Guardians on Internet 848. 10 p.m., LA Dodgers face the Washington Nationals. Dodgers on Sirius 208, XM 175, and Internet 854. Nationals on Internet 869. Spanish feed on Sirius 209, XM 176, and Internet 870. In the WNBA, 8 p.m., Minnesota Lynx take on the LA Sparks on Sirius XM and Internet channels 86. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM sports schedule for Saturday, June the 21st. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the CFL, 7 p.m., BC Lions take on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers on SiriusXM and Internet channels 167. In the Gold Cup, 10 p.m., Honduras faces El Salvador on SiriusXM and Internet channels 83. In Major League Baseball, 9:10 p.m., Colorado Rockies take on the Arizona Diamondbacks. Rockies on Sirius XM channels 89, Internet 849, Diamondbacks on Internet 840. 9:38 p.m., LA Angels take on the Houston Astros.
What if I open my soul? Here I stand by myself on my own. What if I lose all control and take a step out into the unknown? Oh, oh, oh. What do I know? Really surprise.